Welcome back, everyone, to episode 140 of Unravel. Today, we're playing with everybody at the table except for Angie, which is a good thing, because then I didn't have to set up the TV screen, because she wouldn't have been here anyways. It's whatever. Akika's taking her over for the time being. Until then, however. We are picking it up where we left it off 2 weeks ago. You guys had long rested in Homunde. According to Benny or Bernard, your guide, you had to travel through a wide tunnel to eventually reach another district of the first layer, where you would find the amphitheater with the sinkhole, as well as the workshop in which your salvation, your way to go to the second layer, could be found. In the distance, some of you, during your long rest, had heard the smacking of pots and pans, metal clanging together. When you traveled through the tunnel, you eventually found out what that was. These gargantuan or huge-sized centipedes with armor plating made off of metal. They seemed to erode metal they got close to, then absorbed it into their bodies and reinforced it with them. You guys quickly found out that this may be a little bit outside of your party's purview. However powerful you are, you decided to take a precaution and not test this too far, and in the second round of combat, you guys teleported away, taking all the risks of teleporting out of Homunde. The goal was to reach you guys' keep. Instead, you guys teleported near the home base of the Watchers, who are currently situated somewhere near Krasdum, the large orcish city within the Wildlands. You debated what to do and eventually decided to teleport back and take a more cautious approach. Going through the tunnel once more, you did attract those centipedes again, but using a couple of relatively high-level spells and some quick thinking, you managed to sneak past them for the most part, leaving them alive, but passing the tunnel regardless. Benny showed you the amphitheater that now holds this large lake. You guys swam down to its center using Zera's water breathing and eventually did find the collapsed stage at the bottom, which did create this sinkhole, but it was filled with rubble. Emerging, eventually Benny led you to the workshop, which housed a small shed to the side in which a tube-like cylinder of solid metal with a ladder up against that you could climb inside of, which was this construct that he was sure that could be activated that would allow you to dig out some of the rubble and then go through the sinkhole, hopefully, to the second layer. He showed you the construct. Zera inspected it as well, finding that the missing piece in its center, once you'd climbed in, was a missing piece, central part of the technology that would act as some sort of battery. The door was large, reinforced, and strong, and Benny had decided to, just like with the two parties that had gone in there before you, not go in with you, as none of those parties had come out. You guys went in. There was required a code to turn off. It's basically the alarm system there. You guessed 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not end up being the case. And you did battle as the workbench just sunk into the ground, creating this large open space, but these swirling blades came up. A couple of constructs of also spinning blades, a large ball with multiple kind of like sword-like arms, and an iron golem all activated to try and, kill you all. It was laced with traps. You figured out that why most of those other parties probably had not returned. Eventually, at the back of the workshop, you found a couple of levers that allowed you to turn off specific traps, and also the iron golem, luckily. You defeated the rest. You found scattered pieces of Tinkerworks, as well as a piece of mechanical engineering with a central, very dull-looking stone, which is familiar to most of you, the ones who have been to Barbadoof at least, as the stone looked like a very dull version of an Arcanum stone. That is where we left off. As you guys are all right, the door unlocked again. Benny had peeked his head in. You guys are in the workshop after just defeating all of those golems. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, that was.
That explains the screaming.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh,
We should take Benny's advice some more often.
we have to go in here anyway.
Well, yeah, man, he didn't want to go, so maybe we shouldn't have gone.
Well, we've doubled down once before already. If we're gonna give up now, we should make up our minds quickly before we die.
That is true.
Oh, is this an Arcanum stone we found?
Hey, what?
Arcanum, it's Barbadoof.
A Barbadoof.
I still
Same
have
thing
this.
as this.
Still have this stuff with me. You're not gonna tell me we went in there for nothing. Is it designed in a specific way, like, or is it just literally Arcanum stone?
The stone itself, it seems to be drilled in parts, and that's the metal engineering part that's around it seem to be able to, from what you understand from Arcanum crafting, pull out magic from the stone to then disperse it throughout the mechanical parts around it. But you found a piece that will slot into the hole you found in the construct, which this stone can probably activate the golem or whatever.
Is the Arcanum in it like sufficient, or does it miss something?
It looked really dull. Make a Arcana check.
I don't
You can make one as
know.
well.
Check on Arcanum.
I
Arcanum
will
check.
guidance myself to see whether I
Sure.
can understand. Oh no! What a great start.
My God, that's.
Is that natural one?
I rolled a natural one.
You don't yet know enough about Arcanum to know whether or not this stone will be sufficient to power it.
22.
You know, it is an odd thing. You've never seen a dull Arcanum stone like this. Normally, they seem to glow somewhat with magic. This one seems to function like a battery, but is most likely you would have to put magic into it to then allow it to work as a rechargeable battery of sorts.
Wow.
This one looks different than the Arcanum I have, but I bet it works when you slot it in. Look at it.
Try it out.
We can try it out. I don't know what.
Is it like
I don't
it
know
will
what this is
explode or
actually,
something?
I'll be honest.
I don't think it will explode or something. Just try it.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest.
It'll be fine.
I mean, I've got some Arcanum with me. We can change it out if it doesn't work.
I mean, something inside me just says we need to recharge it with magic, but God knows how.
I mean, I have Arcanum with me. If that's
We could.
how will you hold on to that? Actually, that's probably better. Maybe you should. Well, maybe you hold on to it, but you keep it close to it. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe shoot it with magic. Maybe shoot it with magic or something. I don't know. I've got things in my arm that work the same way.
Let's not destroy it. Let's be careful with it.
No, but I have this crossbow function that if
Okay,
you
that's
shoot
what
magic
I'm
into
just
it.
mentioning. Don't shoot at it.
No, but if you shoot magic at it, like fire or whatever, then it absorbs it into it. So maybe it works the same with this stone.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
Let's first plug it in, see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Huh?
Have you
What's
tried
the-
turning it on and off again? Indeed.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys step out of the workshop, go around the side of the building where you have the shed in which you see this like big metal cylinder. You see all these markings where probably elements of it can come out of it, which would reveal a more construct-like shape than this barrel. You climb up on the ladder on the side of it. You drop into its center, which is a relatively large space, but you have that empty slot, and it does seem to fit perfectly. You have to like see how it fits exactly, but eventually you find that you push it in. It seems to almost click in places. And with a single good kind of push, you hear and slot into place. The stone does remain dull.
Mm.
Compared to the Arcanum I have, which is I think like 900 gold worth of
Mhm.
it. How similar is it? Is it bigger? Is it smaller?
900 is that a single stone?
I just have
900 gold pieces worth of Arcanum, right?
Put
Um,
that together. Would that be like?
this thing would probably be about like the stone in itself. If you would have to buy it like that, would probably be worth about 500 gold pieces.
Right. Well, I would have enough to refuel it, but we can try your theory first, I suppose. Let's just not destroy it.
I'm assuming that everybody else is standing outside of it. There like a couple of people can fit into the. You're in the tube right now, so you're kind of like yelling out.
I
You can't
just
see
yelled,
them.
It didn't work.
And George
probably
takes a look and
Yeah, looking over
compares
the
it,
side
and
into.
then he's like, I'll be honest here, I have no idea how this works. This is your
I mean, I'm only. This is only because I tinkered with it. I don't know if they did if that works with stones as well.
Alright, well, just because you said it might work, it might work. So,
Okay. Sure, let's try shooting magic at it.
that's we have to shoot magic at it, or could we just?
I don't know how else you want to put magic in it, because I don't know. I've never put magic in anything.
Does it have to be a specific type of magic?
I don't know.
Couldn't you just heal the stone or something?
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
that
want to try
pull-
healing the stone?
Doesn't that put the magic in it as well?
Would that work for your arm?
Would that work for your arm?
Try it.
Alright, well,
Heal the arm!
What do you do?
You for darn, I'll reroll that. That's ass. That's the same. It's gonna be one of those days. Yes, 7 hit points. There you go.
You heal 7 hit points.
You're welcome.
You guys were all doing relatively rough after the fight there.
I'm fine.
I was fine.
Shut up. Mister, I'm going to sit in my cube and not do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm at 25
Does that
hit
change
points.
I
anything
turned
about the
off a whole lot
corroding?
of stuff.
Does
I
it
don't know,
change
you know,
anything about the
specifically me.
corroding in my arm?
I mean, it heals you, so it doesn't do anything to the arm specifically, but because the arm is part of your being, you heal.
So does it charge it?
And I'm pretty sure
I don't
for your
think-
arm gemstone, it has to deal a specific type of damage to
Yeah.
then be able to shoot out a bolt or something, which healing magic does not. So
Did you just
for that, nothing happens.
you
No,
just gaslight me into healing you?
No.
pretty much. I'm pretty sure you have to like cast a
Yeah, you
spell
have
that
to
deals
cast
fire,
something
lightning,
into it.
something like that into it. So healing just fuck off for that.
I also don't have it switched on right now.
See, this is why I don't trust your advice. It's stuff like this.
Look, I am just saying, I don't have experience with this specific thing. I just assume this is gonna how it works, because it's kind of what it's all looking towards, but you know,
What's your
we have
mo-
to try it to find out.
But isn't it always different with Arcanum?
That's also kind of a thing, so. I'm
Call-
not a full-on expert yet. I've been there, what, like 3 times now?
You send a message
More than
to
I've
your
been
to
there.
your friend.
Where is Bernard or Bernie?
Benny is
What's his
standing
name?
near the entrance, kind of like
Yeah.
looking. He's
I don't have the
anticipating
spell
the
message.
activation of this thing that he has known for
What's
a long
this?
time.
Benny, where you found this golem?
Here,
Here, specifically. Just
Yeah,
through here.
I've never been able to. It's much too big for me.
Is it part of this workshop that you know of?
I think so, considering you guys.
I
I
mean,
mean, you
we
guys
found-
found a piece that fits in it, so I assume
we
Does it
so.
have lightning damage?
Don't look at me. I'm not the
Well,
magic
you had
moment.
a spear.
I mean, I
Don't
do have
have
a
it
spear.
anymore.
That's a long
Yeah.
time ago.
I have a spear that turns you that sends you to hell. I think.
That's
Not
not,
that
what
one.
we're looking for.
Not that one. I
Yeah.
meant the thunderbolt, but I think you've
Like,
thrown it a lot.
what you have to imagine for like this is a Benny could never have moved this. This is big enough that Ikea can go climb into it, stand in it, and there's more than enough space for like 1 or 2 other people.
Damn, this thing's big.
I have a spear that's made out of the remoras we fought.
Yeah, but we need a.
I don't have thunder things.
You have all types of stuff. Throw your bag at it.
Do you want me to throw my bag at it?
Then
Or
what-
throw something from my bag at it? Because
Isn't
I
that
can
like
just
pure
pull
magic?
out an orb.
Throw it from your bag, not your actual bag.
Okay, sure. You want me to throw something?
Yeah,
I'll
see if it
throw
works.
something. Let's
If-
see if it's probably not it. It's
Psychic damage, poison damage.
Acid.
No, psychic just deals damage to all of us.
Did it work?
Oh wow, that was actually lightning!
Yeah,
Yeah!
cool.
Nice.
But does it actually do anything?
You throw the little orb at it. The lightning disperses over it. It kind of reaches out. You feel a little bit of a shock. Nothing that would hurt you, but you feel it. You being on the ladder looking in, you also feel like a jolt of energy like going through you. It doesn't do anything to the stone. Luckily, it doesn't damage it, which could have also been an option. It doesn't do that. But the stone remains the same.
Did it work?
Why don't we try and look in the
Is there an owner's manual?
You know
or
in the
something?
workshop? Maybe there is just a recharge station.
I'll go look for it as well.
You're talking like you're coming from the year 2000. You have a rechargeable phone or something. How do you know this stuff? What do you mean a recharging station?
Well, it
Oh,
looks
just
empty,
Put it in bed and
so
have it
if
sleep?
it's out of charge, you recharge.
Can we give it food somehow?
Don't you sleep in a tent?
I'm not completely stupid.
It needs good food and a bath. That's what always works for me.
I've seen such wonders in the city, you know.
Yeah, I bet
The
you know
whole
a
week
lot.
walking around.
You're real smart ass. You
Okay,
are.
we'll go check it out. Maybe they have some kind of
What's your
station.
intelligence like? Huh?
No, that's not.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to stand around this thing
I was
all
also
day.
thinking like maybe there's more stuff to see, you know, more items to gather. I need new stuff because my armor is a bit broken.
We didn't look there yet?
No.
No,
Oh, we're gonna look there now. Huh?
we haven't looked there yet.
Take the thing with us, see if there's something that fits it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
That's
look inside.
a surprisingly genius idea.
You guys return into the workshop. Door's still open.
Password.
Investigate this place.
What are you looking for?
Anything
hole
this
to
thing
fit
can
in.
fit in.
Sure, make an investigation
I
check.
just
Yeah,
want to know what else is
I'm
here.
gonna help.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, guidance.
Me?
Who?
You're the best.
I'm gonna use my
Just roll
tactical
it.
assessment to look
Sure.
around.
Okay.
Wow, that didn't do anything.
What'd you get?
14.
14?
21.
I'll get back to that in a second.
18.
18. The two of you looking for like a recharge station or anything this thing would fit into. Doesn't seem to be the case. Where you found it on that workbench, there's some tinker stools there. It was probably being worked on back whenever this project was abandoned.
Since there's tinker stools on there,
Well, that's what you find. There's there isn't necessarily so much super interesting things here. There's a lot of like metals, like raw metals to be reworked, just regular steel and such. There is reworked steel in the form of like cogs and springs and tubes and whatever. As in usable things, you find there's like 12 sets of tinker tools just scattered throughout the space, as well as 3 sets of thieves tools. That's most anything of interest, really. You find, however, a vault in the back behind the where the iron golem was standing. There is a vault in the wall that is about that big.
can I
But no recharge station where to plug it in or charge it.
can I look at the stone and maybe see what they were trying to tinker with it?
The Arcanum Stone?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, they've drilled into it, which seems to be part of making this magical item.
Mhm.
Charging it somehow with magic allows it to then, because it's been drilled into, to then disperse throughout the metallurgy.
There's no
the-
like
the kind of-
tinkering device inside of it.
I mean, the whole in the stone. No, it's just there's pins inside of it that would disperse it out towards the greater
No.
golem around it.
Is it possible in this workshop, in a reasonable time, to switch out the Arcanum for the Arcanum I have? Or is it like
Sure, yeah, that would.
far-fetched?
I could
mean,
probably help.
In
I
the
could
sense of
probably
like, there's
do
a
that.
bunch of like tinker tools, so that you would require to break this stone and put a new stone in it.
I mean, I've got it now. It'd be great use, I guess.
I mean, I could
You
probably
would have to
help
like
with
drill into it, which can definitely be done here.
Zera,
Yes.
I have Arcanum. We can either figure
I
out
have
how to
stone.
recharge this thing, or we can just change it out and see if that works.
Sure.
I mean, I've been holding on to this for a while, and I had an idea with it, but honestly,
It is, by the way, you guys can do this, but it is pretty late in the day, considering you guys teleported back to Hamunda, then traveled 8 hours to get in a slow pace. You traveled 8 hours to get to the amphitheater, and another 4 hours to get here. So you've been awake for a little over 12 hours already.
Amateur hours.
I mean, if we're gonna do that, I could take a look at it as well because I'm pretty good with tinkering.
Alright, we'll take a look at that vault.
I'll leave that to you. and then we're gonna probably settle down in this place anyway. I mean, we've
Seems
got
safe
it
enough.
inside now. Can we close the door?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. That seems safe.
Does Benny come in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You want to take a look at this vault?
Well, can anybody detect magic?
Yes.
Let's do that first,
I'll go look at the stone while you do that.
just to be sure. In this entire area, I don't trust it yet.
Can I, before they, while they do that, can
Mhm.
I try and figure out what kind of carvings they made?
No carvings. It seems to be a raw arcanum
where they
stone.
inserted the rods to make
Sure.
it fit into the stone.
Yeah,
or into
you'd have
the
to just
column.
measure it and then mark it out on the new stone.
Alright.
Having 900 gold pieces worth of stone is enough to is a stone big enough that fits in here.
I shall cast the detect magic.
Sure. The iron golem that you guys deactivated has some transmutation magic, I suppose. Considering that thing can be animated and then become magical. Aside from that, there's no lingering magic anywhere at the moment.
No lingering magic.
Not at the vault either.
No, the vault does not seem to be magical now.
No.
Which would exclude any sort of like glyph of warding trap or something like that.
Alright, I'll just carefully. What kind of vault is it? Is it like a typical year lock kind of?
It would require some a thieves' tools check to open properly. It would be similar to the door.
Couldn't you like fabricate the metal into something else?
You could do that too, if you want to use a big level spell like that.
Or do you
I've done
just,
that already quite a bit. I'm a little run out on that kind of magic.
or do you just want me to pick the lock?
That might be.
I got more tools now.
You can try.
Well, the sets are nice, considering if you fail a check now, you break your tools and you would have to replace them. So you have some extra sets. You have one left because you broke your first, then you
Yes.
got new ones from Benny.
Yeah, which
And
I,
so you have,
And you can
Which
give
I
it to you in a
kept.
short rest.
yeah, so you have 3 more now, so you have a total of 4.
I wrote that down. I also wrote down that I now have 12 sets of Tinkerer's tools.
Sure.
Then
They're mine now.
Then at long rest, will you ever?
Go ahead and make
Try
a
that first,
Just try
so what is it? It's thieves' tools check. Yeah.
And I don't know what we're gonna get into.
It's fine.
We can save magic. I really prefer that. That's why I'm putting these Arcanum stone into this as well. Because spell slots are just
Well,
too valuable.
It could have been great, but sadly it's not. That's an 18.
18 is sufficient to start picking the
Forgot
lock.
guidance you, I was talking.
This is, as I said, this one's similar to the door. So to pick the lock, you need to roll d20, add your lock picking bonus. You beat the DC, which is nice. The DC was 15. You must roll 3d6. These 3d6 have to either be in sequence
Was
or
it
the same
12?
number. The player has an amount of rerolls equal to their dexterity bonus plus the amount their lockpicking check exceeded the DC. Considering the DC was 15, you exceeded it by 3, so you have 3 rerolls from that plus your dexterity modifier.
Which is a 1.
So you have 4 rerolls.
Oh wait.
What do you need to get?
She needs to roll 3d6, and they need to either be in sequence
That's
or
right,
be
that
the
wasn't-
same number.
It wasn't 18, it was
So
a
1,
19.
2,
I
3,
forgot.
or like 4.
I forgot that was not an 18, it was a 19.
Oh, sure. Then you have 5 rerolls total.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, shoot his guidance.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, but you didn't say that.
I didn't because I was
And
occupied.
I mean, if this fails, you break your tools. You
Yeah.
have 3 more cents, so it could be worse.
So it was 3d6 or
3d6 for this one, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. The lock is not any harder than the door here.
Do it. Do good.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see.
That's a 1, a 2, and a 6.
So reroll the 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for the 3.
Become a 3, please.
1 reroll.
That's a 5.
Oh, there you
Hey.
There you go. So after a little bit of attempting, you do, without breaking your lockpicking tools, open up this vault.
go. Finding on one.
Inside of it,
Moving
this seemed to have
into-
been a treasury for this workshop. You find 3,451 gold pieces, 103 platinum pieces, a bunch of silver, and a bunch of copper that I'll send in a group.
Yes, thank you.
It's like 1,300
What
silver
things
and
distribute?
2,000 copper.
Yes.
I'll send it in the group. There you go. You guys with the Tinkerer's tools and the Arcanum you have can start replacing the stone. Eventually, you have to basically smash the stone that's currently in it to then drill the holes and replace it. You have to like make some space in the. You have to take some pieces apart to then slide all the pins back into it. But over the course of about 2 hours or so, you can do that, which doesn't really allow you guys to go a whole lot. You guys can't really leave the workshop before taking a long rest without suffering any sort of exhaustion. But you can replace it. The question is, how much of the Arcanum are you using? 500 of it? Sure.
Equal to what it was.
Sure. The stone remains glowing in its own sense. Like it's not shedding a whole bunch of light, but
It's not like the demon core.
no.
We'll just use this screwdriver.
I'm just there.
You don't even need to use your goggles. Cling, ding.
That's a lot of.
It's also eye protection.
You blink. you use your
Welding mask?
I just
Wait, let me put on my mask.
yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Let me just put on my mask.
Let me just start welding out of nowhere. Why did you get that? Don't worry about it.
We're welding it. It's a stone.
We don't even need to weld it. We need to drill it.
But as I said, in about 2 hours, you guys
Cool.
do finish that and replace the stone.
Nice. Okay. I'll put it back. Let's see.
Sure. Can I have the blue map, please?
We did great work.
Okay. Thank you. You guys go back outside again to the large tube-like shape that is supposed to be this construct. The ladder, Zero has to climb up it, then climb back down into it. And you slot the now finished piece back into place, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody stands outside again, sees this thing. As you click it in, the gemstone begins to glow with a bright bluish-white glow. A low hum rumbles throughout the space. The ancient gears and mechanisms begin to whir to life. A series of clicks echoes from within, and then portholes begin to light up. Glowing faintly from the arcane power coursing through the hidden runes, the segments of the tubes outside begin to open up. 6 sharp-pointed legs extend with a metallic hiss. 2 large pincers emerge from and snap as they snap and shut experimentally as they emerge from it. With a deep grinding sound, the apparatus lurches forward, catching itself on its legs. Its movements are clunky but purposeful. Before you stands a crab-like tank of sorts that is whirring and clicking and just generally alive. It kind of stands there. You standing on the inside of this tube, it falls forward. On the inside, a bunch of pieces come to stick out. Well, a bunch of control mechanisms on the inside, as well as 6 seats. This is not just a golem of sorts. This is some sort of. This has to be operated by someone, by a lot of someones.
Damn.
How lucky that we have multiple.
I'm sending you guys
A crab tank.
a screenshot of how it works. It has a stat block.
Crab tank.
Grab tank.
Let's see. Can I download this? Alright, I'm sending you guys a screenshot of its workings, and you guys can basically see how you guys operate in this thing.
We don't.
Here you go.
I send it in the group chat what everyone gets for the money.
And the rest goes in party funds, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll note that down. You guys can read the stat block. It has.
I'm noting down the money. Give me a second.
Yeah, go for it.
16.
So
5, that's 500, that's 600. Carry the 1.
carry the 1, carry the 2, carry the 3, and 4.
Damn, that's a lot of words.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of
Too
damage.
bad I'm not reading them.
Too bad. I don't know how this thing works.
I use my gut feeling for everything.
I hit a button. Does it
I bet
work?
I bet it's a crab.
Let's see.
Walks
So
sideways
everybody
and
got
stuff.
20 platinum pieces, 690 gold,
Now I have a lot of copper again.
226 silver.
Yeah, I don't want copper either.
So I can stop me
440.
because I can.
I mean, if you guys want to give away your
Yes.
copper to the party funds, you can do that always.
No, I'm gonna keep it. To
Yeah,
give
you
to the
can-
poor.
You
I
can
don't do
put my
communism.
you can put my copper in there because that's shit. Like I imagine George doesn't want to.
Your copper? Just your copper, or also the silver.
Copper is beneath you?
So all
Damn.
your 442
Noble
copper
baby.
goes into party funds as well.
Wow.
It's like
Privileged much?
Yeah.
It's just.
Wow.
It's heavy, you know. I'm already got to carry all this gold.
I already have to carry all this gold.
Wow.
Couldn't imagine carrying even more coins.
So
Okay.
the apparatus, the most important parts are the ones is the part on the left side. The apparatus pilots and the arcane battery is the most important to start with. So the apparatus can house up to 6 creatures that man 1 station each. These 3 types of stations can be manned. There are 2 stations of each type, which includes a pilot, a spotter, and a trooper. Which actions the creature manning the stations can use are marked next to the action's name. A creature can forgo their turn to switch stations. So you and you can see, for example, the claw action says trooper next to it, so you require a trooper to use those. The arcane battery. For the apparatus's function, the arcane energy must be deposited into its central mechanism. Depositing any spell slot level requires an action. You can deposit no more than 1 spell of any level at a time. Depositing multiple spell slots allows these charges to stack and allows the apparatus to function for a prolonged period of time. The apparatus can exist in 3 modes. Each of its modes require a different amount of energy to operate. Switching between the modes requires an action of any of its pilots. In stasis, this is basically what it was in until you guys found it, the apparatus reverts to its barrel-like shape and becomes inanimate. Its AC increases by 5. Operational mode, this mode allows the apparatus to perform basic functions. The apparatus requires 1 spell slot level per 10 minutes. In this mode, the apparatus can use any of its features marked with an O next to it. For example, the move action can be done in its operational form. Its advanced mode, this mode allows the apparatus to perform more complex functions. The apparatus requires 1 spell slot level for every round. In this mode, the apparatus can use any of its features marked as O or A. The advanced functions basically allows it to do anything that is required to survive in combat. Oh yeah, and if it's reduced to 0 hit points, you guys have to start keeping track of its negative hit points.
Because then it will
And if
explode.
it's not healed in time through either its
That's
reconstruction feature or by the mending spell, it explodes, and everybody inside of it has to make the save with disadvantage because you're inside of a thing that explodes.
That's fun.
You have a torpedo, a claw, a move, a turn, disengage, reconstruct. There's a bunch of different actions, and then everybody also has bonus actions. Anything marked as any, for example, the windows and hatch that can be used in its operational mode says any trooper, any station can do this, whether you're a pilot, a spotter, or a trooper. Anything that can be done in operational mode can also be done in advanced mode. I see that Windows and Hatch says O, but it is also able to open and close in advanced mode.
Any O is an A, right?
Sorry?
Any O.
Any
action
O is also an A,
action.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see that Floodlight says both, but that doesn't matter. Floodlight does matter because
In advanced mode, it does something different, a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down.
You can only make attacks in advanced mode, okay.
yes, it cannot fight in operational mode, but operational mode allows you to move it and do relatively menial tasks.
I'm just looking like, do we want to spend 1 spell slot for 2d8 plus 6 lightning damage? Do we really want to spend one spell slot for that?
Sounds like a cantrip to me.
Yeah,
It's
very cool, but this thing, unless we absolutely have to, I think is garbage for combat.
Its melee is more capable in that case. You,
46, yeah.
but in melee, it's also more.
But it's one spell slot per
danger.
turn, but you have two troopers.
No, one spell slot per attack for the torpedo.
The apparatus makes a
When
ranged
doing so,
attack
battery- yeah,
with a bolt of condensed electric energy. Doing so reduces the arcane battery by 1 spell slot level. You increase the
so
attack's damage dice
only
by 1 for
melee.
each additional
Yeah.
spell slot level you
I
spend.
mean, I didn't read that part. That
It's
doesn't
an important part too.
count. That doesn't count.
But it's not great, but it gives the apparatus a ranged option.
Yeah, I think it's just a melee thing. Because if it's melee, then it's like it's got
46.
yeah
and then
46
grappled.
46 twice because you have two troopers. So that's 8d6.
Alright, but over all troopers,
Yeah.
that thing can fucking blast.
Hmm?
Like, what's the maximum amount of people in a station? There are two stations. on
there's
each-
one-
Oh, two stations of each
One
side,
person
never
per
mind, yeah.
station. There's a max of six medium creatures can fit
Yeah,
in
but
this
two
thing.
for, yeah, okay, yeah, right.
Two troopers, yeah. So
Two troopers.
Two
yeah,
troopers, two
attacks.
pilots, two spotters.
Yeah, right. Two
but you can also make a leg attack, so that's two claws attacks and one leg attack.
There's up to 6 leg attacks. Considering
to
there's
6
6
leg
legs,
attacks, yeah,
it
that's
says
true.
any. So a pilot and a spotter can also make attacks with the
Yeah,
legs.
So
right,
that's
so-
But they are
like-
limited to fighting on its
Yeah.
side or its underbelly. A leg
Right, yeah.
cannot attack behind or above
No,
it.
that's fair.
But if
Yeah.
it doesn't state that it does not consume a spell level, it doesn't.
Which one, for example?
Any A action really. Like only the torpedo says that it.
Reconstruct, I think, also
Yeah.
costs spell slot
It
levels.
does.
But it makes
Or you
sense.
can cast a mending cantrip, which
But
just
otherwise, it's a spell slot per turn to get those actions, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
because
think-
the advanced mode costs one spell slot per turn.
per round, not turn.
Oh,
Per
Per
round,
round. So
so-
that means an entire initiative round.
That is
Yeah.
in theory just a turn.
Yeah.
Well, no, a turn is a creature's turn, so that's the start and end of your turn. That would be insane if that would cost. Then it would cost like 6 spell slots
so
per
one
round.
spell slot per 6 seconds. if
Yeah,
you don't
okay.
use
You
reconstruct
can
Yeah.
only use
or the
actions on your
torpedo.
own turn. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, you can only use your actions in your own turn.
Does extra attack do anything?
You as a play, no, it doesn't matter who sits
Does
in which
haste-
seat.
Okay.
Action search
No.
does, right?
Oh, action search will allow you to use an additional action. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you could do a claw attack twice.
If I get hasted and you get like action search, you can also only use one action search.
Well, I can get hasted in an action search. And have free actions.
Yeah.
But you can only use your haste action for certain things.
Yeah,
Use
but
an
it's
object
interact-
item, which
yeah,
this
Oh,
we can't.
yeah, right, yeah. Okay, no, okay, alright, good.
I mean, it's melee is decent.
It's melee.
Its melee is decent, yeah.
Just the torpedo, I'm not sure about that.
No,
It-
don't
it-
touch the torpedo.
It is relatively slow.
Yep.
So, but yeah, if the
We're not gonna use it to fight.
It's not what it's designed to do. Is what the game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's designed to move stuff. I figure.
Yeah,
It's designed to move rubble and
But is it
stone.
watertight?
it is. Yes, it can be.
It can be.
Yeah, because you can open the windows or hatch. Opening it up would not make it watertight anymore
Why not?
What?
because you
Makes
open
no
a fucking
sense.
hatch.
Put
What?
the cube
Man, this man is making
to make it watertight.
non-living matter that is being water carried. So, but then the thing is also then busts open.
No, the fluids, right?
I don't think there's a fluid option.
No, it's not.
How do we do the thing with the water then?
Non-living matter.
That isn't being worn or carried.
So, but this thing's also non-living matter.
I guess.
That is true.
Right.
Close the hatch, I guess.
Close the hatch.
Well-
Sleep first.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late. Are you leaving the apparatus as is, or are you putting it in a different mode?
Can we walk
'Cause it is
inside of the thing?
The 500 gold pieces basically gives you 5 spell slot levels worth of Arcanum right now. And it is currently in its operational mode, so that
Put
means
it
it
in
will
advanced.
spend one for every 10 minutes. So if you guys are going to rest now, you probably put it back in stasis.
Put in advance and then immediately.
You guys put the thing back in stasis mode. It lurches back on its backside. The legs all kind of clamp back in. It turns back into a barrel, pretty much. You guys all find yourselves setting up camp outside or inside, or where are you guys sleeping?
Inside.
Inside the workshop.
Inside the workshop. Farrell?
Always keep inside, that's what Benny said.
Mm-hmm. In that case, who's taking watch?
I'll take watch.
You take watch?
Can we carry the golem that had a slight magical glow? Can you take that outside just to be sure?
I mean, with a couple of people, maybe you can move. You have to imagine it's just an iron golem, like it's a large iron golem. So you can move it outside, sure, but it's not functioning at the moment.
No, but I just want it out of the workshop.
Oh, sure,
Okay,
yeah.
that's-
With that with quite a bit of effort, and maybe half an hour or so of everybody trying to drag that thing, you guys can eventually put it outside.
George?
Can I just
I don't know. I
reduce
just
it?
don't want this thing to turn on.
don't
No,
worry.
because that's immutable form. It will not allow any
It's
changes
dead
to its form.
anyways.
Can't I just levitate it?
That's too heavy for it. It's more than 500 pounds.
It's not dead. We deactivated it.
But eventually, it is it is put outside. It kind of rolls down the front steps,
Yeah,
breaking
so
some
you
of
get-
them. So, first watch is being kept by just you.
I don't know if someone else wants to join.
Otherwise, Benny will for his last night with you guys.
I want to do third watch.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm doing no watches.
I guess I'll do the second watch.
Damn.
What'd you get?
Ass.
Getting Benny.
13.
13. You and Benny don't really notice much happening. This side of Hamunda, as stated before, this area is much quieter. There's a lot less activity of like distant people shifting rubble or anything like that, or creatures. Your watch goes by uneventfully at first.
I probably spent most of the watch trying to like tinker on my arm a little bit, trying
Sure.
to get the parts moving better again.
Second watch.
Okay.
Just George?
So, seems that way.
Go for it.
22.
22.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
What if I
That's my thing. He's stealing my thing.
what?
Okay.
Don't worry
Asking
about
what
it.
you do?
Wait, don't we need to roll for dreams or something?
We'll get to that. We'll do that after.
Oh, okay.
You sit alone in the workshop. Everybody else is asleep. The iron golem resting outside the door. Your watch goes by uneventfully as well. Unless there's anything specifically you wish to do. Zira,
Yes.
perception check.
Yes. Very perceptive. Disadvantage on perception. It's gonna be good.
Get them rolling.
Aha.
Hell yeah.
A 2.
A 2.
Hell yeah. Good job. Proud of you.
You don't notice anything during your watch. Perhaps you are rifling too much through all the little cabinets within the workshop. You're too busy, occupied with whatever was going on here 1,000 years ago. You don't really keep watch that much. If somebody attacks you, luckily you would have been awake, but
I'm like if nothing happens yet, it won't now.
I would like for everybody to roll d20
It
for me
does
as well.
make sense for Zero to be distracted at this place.
Yeah, and also no one is keeping me in check.
Mm-hmm.
What do we roll again?
A d20, and just tell me the number.
Okay.
Aki, what'd you get?
1.
George?
18.
18?
14.
14?
15.
15? All of your watches go by with good rest. Angie and Zira are on their
One
final
day.
day of one level of exhaustion. So you guys have almost paid off the debt you guys
Still worth
accrued.
it. This was so.
Was it?
Yes,
it really?
it was.
Sure.
Like, never did it actually bite me in the ass.
Benny, who is still with you in the morning, goes, I will escort you guys and the thing back to the amphitheater, but from there I'm going to depart. I'm wishing you guys all the luck, though. Because it was cool to finally see that thing in action. Didn't expect it to look like that, but I was more expecting, well, kind of like the thing that's outside. But that's cool, too, I suppose.
Well, I'm glad we could have exceeded your expectations.
And I'm good. I'm glad you are all alive still. I don't know what happened to all the people that were in here
I
that
don't
died.
like being alive.
They got cut up, I imagine.
Probably. But you guys survived, so that's good. Good job.
Thank you, I guess.
You too.
Enjoy your retirement.
I'll try.
Yeah, get out of it alive.
During your long rest, again, it does just still count as a travel long rest, so use hit dice to heal and
God damn it, I forgot.
yeah, hit dice to heal and only half your level's worth of spell slot for the full casters and only 4 levels for the half casters.
That's fine, but I only used 4 levels.
Good.
But I
Oh, I didn't need to use it.
And you can just get a 7th level back, right?
One 7th level would be the max.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, no.
Hello. Damn, I had to
Didn't
roll
need to
that.
use all of
Fuck,
these.
what did I have before? 9, 8.
This is really ass.
Does somebody want to have a drink?
Yes, please.
Yes.
May I have
Yes.
some just water?
water.
Then I'll just
Bottle of water,
Yeah.
please.
Water?
Bowl of water.
Gonna need those temporary hit points, man.
Yes. Oh no, I don't. Shit. Shit. Only for usability. Shit. Spec. Oh. What is that? Calculator.
Yeah,
The numbers. Dear.
Yeah.
What do they mean?
yeah. It cost me like all my hits die.
What's the hit die of the sorcerer?
Six.
It cost me all my hits die.
It's ass.
And I'm not even at full.
Damn.
Well,
I am 1 away.
I used 4 and I was like, damn, I used way too many.
And my spell slots ain't doing too well either, I'll be honest.
You want some?
I
Not
mean,
much I can offer you, but
it's whatever. I'll just have to hope that we can get another long rest somewhere in between. And the next
Water.
combat is not too brutal.
I'm sure the water will be fine. Sure, I think after it will be worse.
So, I see some of you guys are still doing stuff. To travel back from the workshop to the amphitheater, you guys traveled here at a slow pace, which took 4 hours to do. Same goes for the apparatus. You guys can choose to take 4 hours in a slow pace and stealthily to make your way from the workshop back to the amphitheater. You can go at a normal pace, which will allow you to do it in 2 hours. But may attract the attention of other things. And you can do it at a fast pace, which will allow you to do it in, I'm pretty sure, 1 hour. Let me check. Yes, 1 hour. But you would not have time to react if something else spotted you and chose to engage. So that's the choices that lay before you, unless there's some other way you guys have of transporting the apparatus to the amphitheater.
I mean,
It was 10 minutes for a single spell slot.
Per spell slot, yes. So you need 6 spell slot levels worth of energy to walk it for 1 hour.
6 spell slots?
And it was how
And
many
there's-
hours to just walk there in a normal pace? 'Cause
2 hours. 4 hours for slow, 2 hours for normal, 1 hour for fast.
I can
And
do
currently
so.
it's charged with 50 minutes because it has 5, because it was 500 gold pieces. It's 5 levels worth of spell slots.
So we really need 1 level spell slot to get there.
No.
At a fast pace, yeah.
Oh.
But then if something spots you, you will have no time to react.
Oh.
If something spots you and chooses to engage.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty goofy machine. Could put in 4 spell slots with Channel Divinity. I can get those back.
Sure.
So that would bring us up to 9.
Can somebody to keep track of how many levels worth are in the apparatus?
Who volunteers?
I can also put in spell slots.
Oh, you can put the spells, or are you
I
holding?
can. Just give me there. Yes, okay. There's now currently how many?
There was
9.
5 in there before, and then George puts in.
Okay, so 9 spell
4
slots.
now.
2. I get them, pull them back, and I'll do 2 more then.
2 more, so then we have
So we're at 11.
11.
Another question is how are you guys taking Bosco? Bosco does not fit in there. As I said, it can fit up to 6 medium creatures.
You
I'm
walk
not
besides
sure.
it, I guess.
I think, yeah.
Mm.
I don't think we have to go all in there. I think that's a bad idea.
I'll take on Bosco then. I'll ride Bosco besides everyone.
Sure.
11. How many did we needed 6 for 1 hour.
How fast was the thing?
6 for 1 hour in operational mode, yeah.
Yeah.
It moves 20 feet per round, but it depends on if you have 1 or 2
Because
pilots.
the normal speed will
For this travel, you can do it in those 3 options.
So 2 people need to go in the machine basically to operate,
Yeah, pretty much.
pilot it.
and then I
You
suggest the rest stays out of it. Because inside we're not going to do much.
So it would be normal pace then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll put in spell slot as well, because otherwise we wouldn't even have enough for it.
Nope.
But now we do.
Alright, so you guys decide to travel in operation mode for a normal pace.
Yeah.
Sure. Who is piloting? And is there just pilots, or is there a trooper or a spotter?
Angie will pilot.
I mean,
It
I
felt
don't.
like I would definitely be piloting this thing.
I mean, well, unless we want to start using it for something, I'll be outside of it.
Okay.
I'll probably be clawing it up, I guess.
Same for George. Stays out of it. So NG and Zero inside, I guess.
Very well.
Maybe Bernie as well if he's coming with. But
Benny's not in the... We'll walk outside of the apparatus, but he will come with you guys until you guys are at the amphitheater. Let me know until you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. The apparatus begins to move back the way you guys came to the amphitheater at a normal pace. It is a loud thing. It does echo throughout the space. As every step it walks is this metal clunk, 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 clunk. Just like it has those like 6 legs, so it's making quite a bit of noise. You guys continue. The Arcanum Stone continues to glow, but over the course of time will begin to dull out more and more. When you're about 1 hour in your 2-hour journey, I would like for somebody who's outside or a spotter, you guys don't have a spotter, to make a perception check.
ooh, I'm good at that.
I'll make one as well.
It's 20, I guess.
20?
24.
The rattling of the of the apparatus beside you overwhelms your senses, mainly your hearing quite a bit. But both of you have an astute enough instinct to notice a second set of metal ringing off in the distance, pots and pans almost clanging together.
Hey, the centipede again.
And it is whatever it is approaching.
Centipede is approaching fast.
I'm gonna hide.
But because you guys go in normal space, you have time to respond.
I'm afraid a massive metal crab is not easy to hide from a metal-eating bug.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to do then.
How many?
It seemed to be less loud than before.
We can prepare for breach.
How long until they arrive? Ish.
Minute, maybe 2.
We don't get that long, so we need to make a choice.
Can guidance you all. Bless you all. Make it.
That would be useful.
Yeah.
I could. Well, I figure you can use my spells on my own then.
Set up a bless. Other than that,
So you guys are currently in one of the main thoroughfares. There's a
Can we
rock
ambush
wall
it?
beside you.
We could try and use the.
suggest we turn off the crap, put it
Yeah.
a little somewhere else, so we save a little bit of time.
It's gonna be attracted to it, so we could use that as a surprise.
We could use it as a bait.
Yeah, use
It's
it as bait.
pretty durable, I think.
Let's hope.
It's a-
Let's hope.
fine.
We put
We
it
use it as bait because we're not fighting in
It
it.
means AC is 25 with
No,
the
it's AC is
bar.
20. And in stasis
In
mode, it's
stasis
25.
mode, it's
Yeah.
25. So we put it in stasis, we go around it, we try to hide it, it moves towards the thing, we ambush it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so you leave the apparatus in the center of the road.
So yeah,
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
we're
thing
not gonna use
the
it to
thing
fight.
deactivates. It rears back on it into its barrel-like shape and stands there. The rest of you, the street is about 60 feet wide.
Is there roofs?
There are, yes, in the same way that there were when you guys were ambushed before. Yeah,
Can I hide on one of those roofs?
sure,
I'm gonna hide with Bosco in like alleyways or something. Or
sure. Any pre-casting of any spells that anybody wishes to do?
Bless it.
I want to hold on to a bless spell I want to do, but I don't want to like pre-cast it. It's only a minute,
That's fair.
unless I'm getting.
Oh, I'll precast.
I'm
What was it again?
Armor of Agathis?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Through
am
the ring.
precasting flame arrows.
With the spell scroll?
No.
Oh, flame arrows.
Flame
I
arrows.
thought you meant Swift Quiver for a second.
No, flame arrows.
Sure, flame arrows. Very well. In that case, we're going to take a short break as I have to set up a battle map. We'll be back very shortly. And we're back. So, let me grab this. As the party is being approached by one of those big centipedes again, the sound did seem to be less.
Maybe this is an actual band of
Pots and pans. It's the Kobold Mariachi band.
Yes!
Oh my god, finally.
Finally found
The
them.
gold mariachi
You have to use
band.
divine intervention for that one.
You guys have set yourself up. Cheryl's on the roof, 10 feet up. George and Akiyaka are in the hallway. Angie
Angie's
decided to
gonna
hide
die.
all the way back there behind the pillar, and Zira is inside this building.
Ah, yes.
So,
Covering fire.
where's Gigantus Crevitus?
Ah.
The
My
app-
chance.
the apparatus, you guys parked in the middle of the street. 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet across.
But you said it was 60 feet across.
The battle map wasn't big enough, so that's 50.
Crevitus.
Oh my god, the
That
street
is-
shrunk.
That is the apparatus. That is currently in stasis. I didn't have a fucking stasis version.
Damn, you put Angie there.
That's.
That's
Yeah.
that. Can I see that in a bit after the game?
It's a little too fragile to just touch.
No, after the game. I mean,
Okay,
Can I hit
Um,
you with a hammer?
shut up.
can I sit on? Can I smack it with my?
You guys are waiting for the one of those centipedes to come into light, or a band of pots and pans, very possible. I would like for all of you to roll for initiative as it does enter into sight at some point.
We're like ambushing, right?
Pretty much.
Do we need to roll for stealth?
No, you guys don't. There's a big hunk of metal in the center. It is distracted by something else.
Okay, well that's fair.
It's gonna destroy our Crabulus Maximus.
Crabulus. No.
Crabulus Prime.
I'll also use the other ability I have.
Yeah, pretty much. If you guys decide to do nothing and not ambush it, it will just eat your crab.
Yeah.
We will ambush it.
We'll give it a meal.
Crababots, roll out.
I also do
We'll just
Tenacious
make a new one.
Warrior. Actually, I'm gonna save that. Wow. That's awful.
Yeah, so,
That's awful.
Shara, I'll give you a heads up. Don't hit it with your
No.
hands.
I figured. Yeah.
Oh, right. You weren't there last time.
It fucks up your hand.
Yeah.
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 I mean, is it marked down on your sheet somewhere that you have currently a -1 to all your damage rolls?
No, only the right hand.
With your right hand.
Yeah. When do we count that? Do we count the main attacks? Because that's with my left hand.
That's all your
I
regular.
can do that with all my left hand, technically. Just the bonus offhand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently it's just your right hand, so you can indeed choose to use your left hand instead.
Just like when I lost.
So that, but
my
that means
arm.
that if you now start using your left hand normally, then it would be whenever you hit with your offhand attack, that would be reduced by 1.
Okay. So we'll do that.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
A 17 for Akia.
17 for George.
Anybody else? 15 to 10.
11.
10 for NG.
11, 10, 0.
8.
8. 0's in the back. There we go. Top of the round. Ikiak. You can kind of see it as it's charging towards the apparatus.
Which shots
that
have
is cool.
advantage at that point?
At the moment, yes.
Alright, then
Oh. There we go.
Is it,
I'm just
is it
gonna kick
resistant
stuff
to
off,
fire?
you know? I'm gonna shoot at it.
Go for it.
Did anybody remember if it was resistant to fire?
We barely did any damage to it.
Barely hit it.
Good
You
to
guys
know.
did one round of combat, and on the second round it was just everybody converge on Angie, and then the second round was everybody teleports away.
Yeah,
I
sure,
believe
why not?
fire
We probably
worked.
shouldn't do that, man.
I believe fire worked because
Fire
Angie
seemed to
fireballed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not resistant to fire.
Alright, first shot. All of my shots are frostbolts.
Sure. As long as you have those.
I still got 29 of them.
Cool. Sharpshooter?
Regular.
Damn.
For a 28.
Hits?
Second, regular. For a 32.
Hits.
Third, regular. That misses. Oh no, dirty 20?
Misses.
Alright. I need 3 dexterity saving throws from him.
3 or just 2?
3.
Because you only you hit twice.
Yeah, but frostbolts.
Yeah, what's the so one frostbolt, second frostbolt.
And the third frostbolt.
Oh, regardless of if it's a rate.
Regardless, range.
First one is a 10.
Miss,
Second is a 4.
fails.
Third is an 8.
Alright, they all fail that. He takes that damage. I lose 3 of these bolts. That goes down to 9, so that's 1, 2, 3. Do you need any damage separately?
What kind of damage are you dealing?
I'm dealing cold, fire, and magical piercing.
I don't think so.
Great. I'm doing everything at the same time because I like that. Can I get
Can't flash you
1d6, please?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Any more?
The twin strike tonfas, what is it made out of?
Sorry, can I get 2 more d6, please?
Like reinforced wood, so wooden iron.
Okay. So I can
Like
still
like a
hit them.
mace.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they count as what do they count as? Clubs or
Clubs.
mace? Then they're largely wood.
Shit.
Okay. So they wouldn't
Reroll
get,
piercing,
if I hit with
reroll
them, that
this.
would be fine.
This was a 4. Alright, let's see.
No, I don't think so. They would be they as I said, reinforcement. They would have iron parts in them.
Okay. Good to know.
That is 85 damage.
85 points of damage. Down
And
to
a lot of bolts come his way, all explode. They're on
Yes.
fire, they do cold, they do everything.
85, right?
85, yes.
Nice.
I am concentrating, by the way.
Yes.
And the bullshit go.
Pretty much.
And then with Bosco, I'm gonna run us. Well, maybe not there. Yeah, why not there? It's only like zeros there, so it's fine.
How far do you want to move?
I wanna go to like there. I don't know how far I can reach.
What's movement?
Bosco has 40 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's the furthest he
Can dash, but he doesn't.
Then after Kiak, George.
Alright, that was blessing.
Yes.
I can see 0. So that's unfortunate. Reserve.
Oh well.
Sucks to suck.
What's the range of bless?
It's unfortunately 30 feet. So I don't know if Akiak just ran completely out of the bless range.
Kind of did, because he ran 40 feet.
60.
Then I'll move so that Kiak is in range.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do. I'm pretty sure you cannot get Chera and Angie because they're 65 feet apart.
I'll just do myself, Shara, and Akiak.
At a first level bless then.
Yep, I'll just do the first level bless. No reason to upcast it if I can't target anybody
Yeah,
else.
because you can't target the other ones.
I will move a little bit more backwards. I don't know how much movement I used to get there. Like 10, 15 feet?
You were here, so 5, 10, 15, yes.
So I'll move here then. Did it hit? No, it was like, yeah, it just hits everything in its melee attacks. So don't have to worry about that.
Alright. It's AoE attacks.
Yeah, remember that.
Well, it's
Well, there's
close
one
call attack
thing.
or worse.
There's one thing I have, but I can't use it. I think right now, and that is silence, which may work,
It's your action, George.
but I'm afraid I can't.
Bonus action or movement? Well,
Yeah,
use your
that's
movement.
also an action. And it's a casting spell.
And it's concentration.
That's I'm not too worried about that.
Oh. Alright.
But I don't have a bonus action. I'll get sturdy, I guess.
Okay, you get sturdy. You refortify.
Fortnite dancing.
He just starts dancing.
Whip.
It has noticed that there are others.
It's been attacked, so I
Yeah.
figured it would.
It is going to move. It is fast as fuck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. It is going to move here. Towards George. The
Oh.
mithril clad dwarf. It is going to use, as it approaches, rattling plates.
Not again.
Maybe I should have cast silence.
The Steel Eater's armored plates begin to shake violently. A loud rattling noise emits from the Steel Eater in a 40-foot... By the way, Benny fucked off, for the ones wondering.
Yeah,
No, what?
He's not staying around the second time. Not when given a choice. A loud rattling noise emits from the Steel Eater in a 40-foot radius. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw.
So
Angie's
that's
the furthest away. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. Even she is within range.
against poison.
Nope.
Ooh, baby.
Oh no.
Let's
eat that.
fucking go.
Those with bless have a D4, I guess.
That's even better.
My
Akiak, what'd you get?
28.
Success. George, what'd you get?
22.
Ah, just fails.
I can't succeed this shit.
Angie?
15.
Fails. Zira?
26.
Success.
Beat Bosco?
Chair?
33.
Yes, Bosco too. How much?
33.
You're fine.
Fails.
Then George, Bosco, Zira, you succeeded, right?
And
George,
Angie.
Bosco, and Angie. If you are holding or wearing anything, an item that is at least partially made of metal, you must succeed on a... Oh, wait. First, let's get to the thunder damage. Sorry.
Everything's made of metal.
Yes. That is
Oh no, wait, this is a leather band. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't worry, you just get like disadvantage on everything.
Ah, that's cool.
It actually isn't really that bad.
I mean, disadvantage on everything
Advantage
kind
on
of
anything
sucks.
against a 25 AC creature is not that bad.
Well,
It's pretty awful.
like
Fucking
ignore your items, I guess it could be worse.
20, 31, 41 points of thunder damage to those who failed, 20 to those who succeeded.
Why is it 22 a fucking fail?
20 damage.
41 damage. Well, there goes everything I heal.
There goes my armor of Agathis.
The armor of
Shatters.
Agathis, I forgot.
Yes,
No.
Angie also has 25 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Because of
15, right? Oh no, I have 15.
that. She has 25.
Yeah. She's a chosen one.
No, 'cause she's fucking cursed. She was also vulnerable to fire damage, for the
Yeah.
record.
You should fireball her more often.
42 you said, right?
41 for the ones who failed.
20, yeah.
Down half to 20 for those who succeed. You keep up the spell, George?
No. I'll use a mind sharp. Can I use a mind sharpener? I don't know, I'm not
I'll say for
paralyzed.
this you can, because you have not yet. You suffer the damage before you have to make the dex save against the additional effects. So yes, if you have the reaction for it, yes. Then, if a creature is holding or wearing an item that is at least partially made of metal, it must succeed a DC something dexterity saving throw, or drop the item as it reverberates heavily. If the item cannot be dropped, the creature chooses to hold on to it. They suffer -2 to their saving throws in AC. Cannot take reaction and only gets half their movement.
So if you're just in the effect or if you failed.
This is just if you're in the effect. The Constitution saving throw is
Okay.
separate from this.
Okay.
So that is dexterity saving throws from everybody.
Is Angie...
Angie's staff. Last time she
Yeah.
chose to hold on to it when she failed the saving throw.
This is Angie.
Don't forget the D4 for those who are blessed.
Oh yeah. Good point. Thanks. Not
Yeah.
that it matters. Damn. First you give me a natural 20, now you give me a 3. What the fuck's your
Couple of
problem,
rings before
dice?
actually.
Bosco has no medal, so...
Bosco's holding you, technically. So Bosco does have to make the...
Everything that's
Bosco
metal?
will fails.
Okay.
Everything that's metal?
Anything you're wearing that's metal. Anything that you're using. You cannot choose, because your arm is metal, you cannot really choose. You can choose to drop that, but I'm pretty sure it's an action, so you can't choose to drop that right now. In the same way that you wouldn't be able
That's
to do the same with armor. Ikiak.
Akia got a 27.
Success. So you don't suffer those. Angie?
Angie got a 15.
Angie does fail. She can use Favored by the Gods if she wants to.
What does that do?
She can add 2d4 to any saving throw, once per long rest.
No way I'm gonna make it past.
You can
Two
always
aces.
try, I guess.
No, Angie will do... She drops it, you can just pick it up at her turn, right? And then she
It
can
continues to reverberate for a
Oh.
minute,
I think the staff is that important.
until you
anymore.
succeed on the saving throw at the end of your turn. Think about that. Bosco failed, right?
Bosco failed, yeah.
George?
18.
18 is a success. Zero?
18 is a success.
I rolled the natural 20 for 21.
Success. Chair?
7.
Fail. So, -2 to AC, all your saving throws, no reactions, and half your movement.
Yeah, I have way too much metal stuff that I'm wearing that I can't
Yes.
just drop. also rings and like all my armor and shit.
For Angie, you now
Fucking
know,
Hellfire
considering
Spear.
George succeeded with an 18, that an 18 would be a success.
She's gonna drop stuff.
Okay, she drops the staff.
I think my entire body is just reverberating.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is the Steel
18
Eater's
will
turn.
make it.
Yeah, but I rolled a 7.
Would
Yeah,
this,
but next time.
the second
Yeah.
saving throw, would that count as a harmful effect?
Sounds pretty harmful, yeah. I mean, it doesn't harm you. A harmful effect would also,
Does it
in other
even
cases,
deal
would also
damage?
cause like hypnotic pattern. So yes, it's a harmful effect.
Okay, so I get a step.
There you go.
Wow. I should remember this.
That is the Steel Eater's turn. Yes, Chera.
So the
You're like
reverberation,
blah, 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 blah.
the reverberation is only a -2 to AC, right?
-2 to AC. All your saving throws, you have no reactions, and your movement is halved.
Okay. Okay.
It's a bit worse than just disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, that's a bit worse. Yeah.
At the end of each of your turns, you get to remake the saving throw.
All right. That's
Pick up an
fine.
item, by the way, that you dropped, costs a bonus action.
I will.
But it will still be reverberating for a minute, so.
I will rage as a bonus action, and then I'll use my 2 actions to fire both my ice javelins down
Okay.
at it.
Go for it.
First one is with advantage, so I'll make that with my left one, I guess.
Sure. First one's with advantage because...
Does made it.
Oh, right. It's a crit when you're in front. Never mind. Yeah.
It's just on the first turn. Was it also disadvantage?
No.
Okay, just okay.
-2.
No?
No attacks are not affected.
Saving throws, AC,
Yeah,
no reactions, half move.
Okay, AC on boss goes lower if I'm on him. Down.
I mean, until Bosco succeeds on the saving throw.
Alright, yeah.
Just give me a second. It's been a bit.
That's okay.
What's the yellow ring? Are we different?
No, yellow ring are the people affected by the reverberation.
I'm not affected by it.
You are not. You succeeded. I put them on initially when you guys failed the Constitution saving throws, but I didn't need to
I
run
felt
for any of that. You're right.
paralyzed or something.
No, no. Yes, you're paralyzed now. You can get paralyzed. It's a
Yeah.
possibility.
First attack is a 25 to hit.
Just hits.
That's not even a joke.
And I know. Second attack is with my right arm. That's -1, right?
No, that's only because of your gauntlet is damaged.
Oh,
These are
okay.
sort of really big rust monsters.
Yeah.
Last time you hit it, so your gauntlet began to deteriorate a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
But these javelins should be fine.
That's 21, so that won't hit.
21 does miss, yes.
Is 3d8.
And Angie's on deck, by the way.
And I need him to make a Constitution save. That's pretty decent.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Constitution. 28.
That makes it. The area does become difficult terrain until the end of my next turn, and it suffers 19 points of cold damage.
19 points of cold damage.
Very well.
That hurts. Quite a bit. Anything else, Chara? As you stand on the roof, you begin to shake a little bit, but you throw the 2 javelins, both of them shattering on impact.
No, that's my turn.
Very well. It doesn't have to make a saving throw for the second
Oh,
javelin? Is that like regardless of if it hits or misses? Like a
oh yeah, that is
ice knife thing?
actually. And I could have used less with the second one.
Right, go ahead and if you roll a 4, you hit.
No, I don't.
Okay. It's a natural 20 on the second Constitution saving throw.
And that saves it. So
So no damage then.
no damage.
Okay.
No dice.
Is that your turn?
Yes. But,
Very well.
dexterity save?
Dexterity saving throw at the end of your turn, yes.
That's a natural 20 for 24.
Did you roll the initial saving throw with advantage? Because it is something you see coming.
It is a dexterity
You
save.
have, at second level, you got that.
Yeah, that's right.
But this one
I
succeeds.
forgot about
This
that.
one succeeds. It had no impact on your previous round, so
It's,
you're fine.
it's usually a fireball that
Yeah.
does that. Yeah.
But in that case, you shake off the reverberation. You hold on to everything that's metal and stops shaking.
That's
After Chera, it's Angie's turn.
Angie is going to cast a 4th level magic missile at it.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah, that's why I do it. 3.
That's 64, right?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
64. I did 4, 8, 9, 10, 13 plus 6, 20, 25 damage.
25 points of damage.
I didn't even notice you snatched.
As
It
Angie
was so obvious.
as Angie steps out from behind the pillar, 6 of those bolts all impact on the creature. Doesn't care about its AC, and it's not casting shield. Surprise, surprise.
Wow.
Wow.
And I do believe
It is
I-
bloodied. Barely, but it's bloodied.
Okay.
That's good. It should be.
I am able to sorcery point and then quicken spell cantrip,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so
Sorcery
quick
point.
spell.
Yeah, quicken spell to cast a.
That's 2 sorcery points. She had 18 left.
No,
Oh,
she
no.
had 17 left.
She had 17.
Yeah, so that's
Long rest, she got all of them back.
Oh, right.
So she's back down to 17 now.
Okay, great. And use it to. I think I'm doing actually a mind sliver because it's just too hard to hit otherwise.
That's an intelligence saving throw, right?
Intelligence saving for a mind sliver, and the shard comes. And then- no, it's within 30 feet. It's not, if it's within 30 feet, I don't think.
no, she would have to move closer if she wants to do
she's
that.
not doing that.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't she move closer and then move back once the effect is done?
She could if she has the movement.
How much
I mean,
would-
she's 15 feet moving. Never mind. No, never mind.
No, she isn't. She's not reverberating.
She's not reverberating anymore.
that's-
She dropped the
never
staff.
mind then.
Could she do that? What's the range? 5,
10, 15, 20, 30. So she can
Yeah,
go
she's
5,
the-
10. And
Yeah, she does that then. 5,
Okay.
10.
So the saving throw that I rolled works is the one that I need.
Hmm?
I rolled the saving throw already.
For the intelligence saving throw for
Yes.
the mind sliver,
That's a 0.
it's a 0. That fails.
It's going to use
Very
legendary action to succeed on that.
Very strong.
On the mind sliver,
Yes, because I
Alright.
don't want the negative 1d4 to the next saving throw.
then the shard hits, comes at least. Charisma saving throw.
I mean, it does
Charisma.
it raise.
I could blind it.
What?
Fuck. Natural 1.
Do you use
Thinking about it. No.
no?
Or is it, yeah, actually, I just realized that would have been the one. Yeah, no, go for it. It's blinded. It had to reduce the charisma saving throw by 1d4.
That's
It's fine.
15 radiant damage.
15 points of radiant.
This is good. Good for me at least.
Okay.
Very much good.
Zira.
Okay. I shall come out of the building to
Schniepa.
shoot
Maybe
at
I
it.
should have. No, no problem.
I will shoot at it.
Will you go back in after?
Probably so.
Okay, then I'll leave you where you are.
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
Sniper.
I should have legendary resistant to blindness instead of the mind slip.
Instead of the effect.
I
That would
rolled
cause blind.
not good enough. That's 24.
24.
Yeah. Sad. That's so sad.
24 misses right
Yeah,
now.
that's so
Even with
sad.
advantage because it's blinded.
Yeah, I already
Oh.
had advantage, but you know, if my order is a natural 1,
That's the
then
big stink, I'm afraid. Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
nah, I'll
Okay.
just cry here in my corner that I just missed it.
After Zira, a Kiak.
Bosco is going to action dash to get over there because he only is half movement. And I am going to shoot at it.
Go for it. Is there light up right now? You have light up, right?
I also have light up, yeah.
How far is that?
60 feet.
Okay, then you're fine.
Yeah. 3 shots. That takes that down to 6. All of them are frostbolts. And advantage on it with a bless.
What's the D12 for?
This.
Yeah.
That's how many flame arrows I have
Oh.
left. I only have 12 of those. That's what I'm concentrating on. Alright, first shot, regular frostbolt. That is 31.
Hits.
Second shot, frostbolt, regular. I think the blast just saved me. It is a 29.
Hits. That didn't just save you. You're fine whether with or without the blast.
Third shot, frostbolt, regular. A 31.
Hits.
I need 3 dexterity.
First one
saving.
fails with a 10. Second is 16.
Succeeds.
Natural one, the last one.
Correct. So that's the frost damage. And then I need 3d6 for my own, 3d10 for my piercing damage,
And don't forget the fire.
and I need 3d6 for the fire damage. Do I reroll anything? No, I'm fine with that. That is 18 plus.
George, you're on deck.
72 damage.
72 points of damage. It is looking really bad. 72 reduces it to...
Well, I have nothing as fancy as that. But as it's curling around George,
Mm-hmm.
I want it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fails with an 8. It's going to legendary resistant. It's so close to death.
Damn.
And it has too many legendary resistances left.
And then I'm gonna just, in that same prayer, cast Sanctuary on myself
That is a fair choice.
as a shield appears around George. That's my turn.
Okay.
That's your turn?
Yeah. I've ended my turn. It's the.
You can move if you want to. It's blinded, so it cannot take opportunity
I'm
attacks.
not gonna move. I'm sturdy and I'm Sanctuary.
That's fair. Okay. It is going to try and attack you, George.
Yep.
First with a bite.
It will need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Not bad. Okay. It's pretty good at wisdom saves. 25.
That succeeds, I suppose.
Then?
Then it can just bite you, right? Is that it has to make that saving throw for every attack, right?
That would make sense.
Yep.
Okay. Then the bite attack is to hit a 32.
That hits.
Let's see. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw against poison damage. Or not poison damage, but against being poisoned.
Uh, 23.
23. That's a success. You do not become paralyzed.
That's pretty good.
You become poisoned, and because of that would have become paralyzed, but you're fine. You do, however, suffer a bunch of piercing damage and a bit of poison damage, but you're resistant to that, so that's good. Is that a yes? 35 points of piercing damage. Half of this because you're resistant. 16 half to 8 points of poison damage.
Ow.
That's when you do first part, no worries.
Yeah.
It's going to use... Yes, it's going to make a claws. All right, wait 1 sec.
You have to use another mind sharpener.
Okay. When a Steel Eater bites or hits metal armor, a metal shield, worn or carried, it takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to its AC. In this case, that would be your armor or shield. It's up to you.
Ice shield made of metal.
No, so it would be your armor in that case.
I mean,
Armor is reduced to If your armor would be reduced to AC of 10 plus no bonus, it wouldn't be destroyed, but instead would be made ineffective.
it doesn't matter. AC is useless here anyway.
Wisdom saving throw for the claw attack. It does succeed with a 22.
Yep.
And I'll roll for the other claw attack as well. That may fail. It's a 19.
Not just fails.
So I'll use it. No,
Wait,
I'm not going
does
to do
it?
that yet.
No, wait, I'm not a good spellcaster, right?
19?
My shit sucks.
I don't know.
It's 8 plus.
Your DC should be 18.
Yeah,
Right?
it's 18. Yeah.
Okay,
My
so it
DC
succeeds.
sucks.
The claw attacks, they don't do anything to your AC.
Your DC is the same as mine.
No, but it does instantly kill me because why not?
I don't know how low you are.
Well,
Doesn't it still need to make a wisdom save on the claw attacks?
I just
No,
rolled
you
those.
did.
Oh,
You
okay,
did that.
never mind.
Shit. 23 on the first claw attack.
it's.
No, that's not a 2-hit. That's damage.
Wait, did you roll to hit?
Yes. Oh no, I did not. That was on the first claw attack in that case. Let me re-roll because I rolled the wisdom save for the second attack, but not the attack roll. That one is worse. 21 on the 2-hit.
That misses.
Okay. So just the 23 on the first attack or the claw.
You didn't roll to hit for the second attack.
That was the second. The first claw we determined to hit. It was going to hit. Then I rolled the wisdom saving throw for the second claw. I succeeded. Then I forgot to roll the attack roll for the second claw, which misses. The first one hit.
We never made an attack roll for the first claw attack then.
Oh, okay. In that case, the first one misses.
You only made the saving throws back to back.
Sure.
Yeah.
The second one's a 25
That hit.
to hit then.
So that's
Then
23.
23 we'll save for that one.
Yep, I would not have lived had it hit both.
I think it didn't.
It did. Good thing I got started.
It is then going to move. Yeah, it's just going to go. That far for now. It is likely going to burrow soon. That's its turn, Char.
If I jump, can I reach it from here?
Sure.
I want to jump on top of it and make unarmed attacks against it.
Sure. Make a. Well, one of them has to be a grapple.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to hold on to it, so
That's
go ahead
good.
and go ahead and make a grapple check. It is bigger than you. Athletics check. I rolled a natural 20 for 35.
I rolled a 2 and a 1, so that doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't hold on to it, but you do jump and get it close enough to be able to hit it. You don't suffer any fall damage because you're a monk.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to still make unarmed attacks against it.
Sure.
The first one I wanted to be like an fucking elbow drop the bitch.
Go for it.
Let's make it reckless. Fuck it.
Reckless, okay.
It's a
With bless?
It's not gonna be enough. The first attack is 11, makes it a 22.
Misses.
So that misses. Flurry of blows.
Go for it.
First attack For first flurry of blows.
With bless? If it matters.
I don't think it does. No. Second flurry of blows. That probably hits. With a 25.
Hits.
That does hit.
Why reckless? They already were blinded.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
It's
Fine.
okay. Here, we'll take it. There you go. Your unarmed strikes are non-magical. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
It is on non-magical, but I do get extra cold damage.
Okay. The bludgeoning damage does nothing, but the cold damage does.
That's 3 cold damage.
Okay.
Also turn off its reactions.
Sure. There's no reactions. Anything else?
No, I can't right
You
now.
want to stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. After Chera, it's Angie.
Angie is gonna.
At the start of her turn, I'm pretty sure, according to the Celestial Shard, the blindness ends.
Blindness does it.
Doesn't matter, you don't have to hit it.
That is kind of true. Move a bit to the front and with her action, she's gonna cast dancing lights here
Dancing lights. Okay.
to light it up.
So you guys can see now.
Fuck, we're gonna try and shard it. Quicken spell.
What are you gonna do?
Shard it.
Shard it.
Love that.
Quicken spell. Mind sliver.
Okay. It's not going to succeed on this one. Fails with a
Fails.
-1.
Great. That takes 13 psychic damage,
Yikes.
and I need to make a charisma saving throw.
It will use a legendary action to resist that.
Okay,
It's final. It's third and last one.
that's fine.
How much damage was it, psychic?
13.
13. Okay.
The shard isn't even. The shard can't even come actually. Can't even reach.
Oh, right.
Completely forgot. Sorry.
That's okay. Anything else in that case?
Can even the mind sliver reach actually?
60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yes.
Barely. Good. That's everything from Angie.
Okay, then Zira.
Yeah, I'll come out and try to shoot it again.
10 feet. You see it off in the distance. It's like rearing up to burrow back down.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I will hit it this time. I will! I will definitely hit it.
Okay,
Because it's a 30 something.
that hits.
2, 3. $22 points of acid damage.
Okay, 22 points of acid damage. That begins to. You see it when it covers the outer plates. The outer plates begin to dissolve. Would reduce its AC if it wasn't vulnerable to acid. So 22 becomes 44, which is more than it has hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Let's go.
as it digs the head into the ground and kind of partially begins to disappear, Zira steps out of the house and hits it with a blast of acid as it then begins to kind of like spasm for a second before then it stops moving.
If only, I could have hit it before.
It would have been nice.
It's hard to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed the blinded, the advantage,
I-
the bless just to
Yeah,
hit it,
same.
and if Angie just.
Blinded and
just stared.
advantage is the same thing.
I had
No, I got
blessed.
advantage from the first round, then I got advantage from the blinded.
That's fair.
And I got blessed, so that's why I was hitting.
I mean,
I can only.
I got a
also only hit with
24.
advantage.
the first one.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Ow.
I could heal you a little bit if you want.
I took one for the team.
You did. You
You
did
took,
to me.
you took 2 for the team, to be fair.
Took a lot more than 2. George will, however, in his curiosity, waddle up
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to see if I can scavenge something from
to
the,
this creature.
from the creature.
It's metal. What kind of metal is it?
It's outer shells. Now that some of them are partially dissolved, you can see more clearly. It is like like the inner part of its shell is like a carapace, so like a bone-like structure almost of plate, with then about a 1 or 2 inch layer of metal across it, which is, compared to forged steel, very brittle, but metal regardless.
Can
It
you
is-
take one of its mandibles?
Sure, it is about 7 feet long and 3 feet thick. I don't know how you want to bring it, but you could.
The crab.
Can I get 2d6?
Maybe part of the mandible.
Sure, you can take a smaller part. You can write down how small it has to be for you to be able to carry it.
I mean, it just has it has to fit somewhere.
Yeah, we can do it.
Well, it would have to fit in the barrel, otherwise it would
Not
start
20
rotting
Yeah.
and
I can
decomposing.
take
So
anything I can get now. But in terms of steel or gathering, is it worth anything? Is it just steel? That you get?
th- no, it would not be worth anything in the sense of like making armor out of it, because the benefit you would have from carrying creatures' armor normally would be to not have to suffer from the effect that you're wearing metal armor for spells such as shocking grasp or heat metal or whatever. This wouldn't qualify for that. If you have an idea of what you want to do with it, like for example, you could take part of the mandible if you want to make like a sword or a weapon that can do a rust monster kind of effect. If you have an idea of how you could turn part of this creature into
Well,
a
the
magic
armor
item,
did
you could do
same
that.
effect, so I figured maybe it had some sort of property that could do that.
Oh, in that
If
way.
That's not the case.
No, yeah, in that case, you couldn't, yeah. If you would make armor out of this with the intention to make it a magic item that would do that, then yes, this armor would definitely suffice for that as the special
Then
item.
I will take enough to make a shield out of it, possibly.
Sure.
Ooh.
Maybe a few. Who knows? Maybe
Could it
it's
make?
interesting.
There is more than enough on this creature that even if you fail, you'll eventually succeed to grab a big enough chunk.
Could it grab like small enough pieces of the mandible that it can make it like into claws?
Sure.
That would.
I mean, you would take that piece of mandible that you would then have to
Sounds
later
good.
rework.
Okay.
You could make bolts out of it.
Armor corroding
I want to
bolts.
see how much
Yeah.
I can take of this stuff. I want to actually spend a good hour. Do we want to spend an hour on this? I can see if we can gather enough material here. And possibly make something out of it.
I
Its
don't need-
properties are
Don't need the time.
damaging.
I don't need the time, but I do think it would be worth the investment.
We could
The
use some.
investment of time.
I could build something out of this
I
possibly.
think like I'll take a piece of mandible that is about like 1.5 feet wide.
Sure.
Long.
If we're gonna
I think I can't fit any more in my barrel because I already have a lot of it, a lot of stuff in
I
there.
think I might just cheese
I don't know if it dies for me. Short rest is not a lot of value. It does. I mean, it's good for getting some spell slots back.
if we're gonna take an hour here, can I short rest during that?
Sure.
Then before that, I would like the second wind.
Sure. Go for it.
Another one.
I just healed the max. There's no. I don't think I need to roll for that even.
I'll just keep it at that. We had it long.
Actually, I do. Yeah, I heal max. Nice.
What do I call this? Metal centipede.
And
Yeah.
Angie
Steel Eater
also
armor.
has- Yeah, nice. Angie gets her Agathis back. She actually didn't take that much damage then.
I would like for you to make a survival check.
Yes.
Do you have a tool to do this with that you
So-
are okay with completely eroding?
My most logical tools, which you can just recreate, are my smithing tools, which are the only tools I guess are working with would help working with metal.
Yeah, smithing,
I don't
carpenter's
know.
tools could also work as like with an axe or a saw or something like that.
Do we have the
I'm
temporary
imagining this is metal. I don't.
I mean, they are armored plates on top of a softer body, so you could chop off of the softer body.
Then I'll use my carpenter tools.
Okay.
I guess.
Regardless of what you're gonna roll, those are gonna be destroyed after this
Okay.
because you're working with this stuff so much, and they're not. I mean, even if they were magical, they would just corrode into non-effectiveness. Go ahead and make a survival check.
I am great at that.
Can I help with survival?
Considering you're doing your
my.
own thing with this, and
That's
let you auto succeed, no.
That's right.
What'd you get?
Natural one.
For a total of how much?
For a total of 9.
Would I be able to help him?
For a total of 9.
I can make that.
Not if you're short resting.
Okay, yeah.
14. I'll
Hmm?
do 14. Because then I'll do Flash of Genius for him.
Well, you want to make it 14?
Yeah.
Sure. With Zero's guidance, I suppose, that changes it. Then you would be able to gather what would be about 150 pounds worth of useful material.
Usually, I write it down in attempts, or how much I could make out of it. So I have purple armor ×1 and ×1. How much could I make out of this?
Well, plate armor weighs 65 pounds, so you could make 2 suits of plate armor out of it, and they have a little bit left.
Times 2, I guess. If it was
150 pounds. That will have to go into the portable hole. It will not fit anywhere else.
Okay.
That would allow you to make either armor or weapons out of it that would corrode metal. Given enough time and effort to make magic items.
That's it.
It got rolled a bit off screen, but I used a 3rd level and a 2nd level healing spirit on George.
On George, okay, sure.
Yeah, so he healed 38 hit points.
The area becomes more quiet now that you guys are done chopping. You guys reactivate the apparatus, I'm assuming? You have about an hour left to go, and you guys do have enough stuff to put in there so it can continue.
Yeah.
So Angie and Zero hop back into the apparatus, turn it on, and continue your journey. I'd like perception checks for the second half of that journey, please. What'd you get?
21.
21?
I got 25.
25. You made quite a bit of noise. That did not seem to attract the attention of anything else. So after about a second hour of travel with this thing, you arrive at the amphitheater at the lake. And I'm pretty sure at this point the apparatus turns off, right? So the apparatus automatically moves back into its stasis mode before it shuts off. You guys have made it to the lake.
All right.
Righty.
So what's the plan? We're gonna go down in that thing, move some stones.
I think that's the plan.
That was
yeah.
my plan, yeah.
How about Bosco? How's Bosco gonna get down there?
Bosco hides until the water is drained.
You've got your cube.
Yeah, I think I'll cube on Bosco then.
That's the only thing I can imagine to follow along with the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Can Bosco handle that cube? How does
No,
that work?
I'm on Bosco.
Oh,
I
okay.
I can make Bosco also be able to just breathe in the water.
Could we make Bosco tiny enough to fit into the thing?
For 10 minutes.
Whatever spells we can save to not use here is.
It's safer,
going to
yeah,
be
to save spell slots.
It's a ritual.
Well, then that would work. Bosco
Anyways,
getting
I'm gonna
that-
move some rocks.
You don't
climbing
mind
into it.
leaving Bosco behind where you have to breathe water yourself. You can go down there as well, I guess.
I mean,
We're gonna be
we'll
in the
all
thing.
be able to breathe water.
We're
'Cause that's-
inside the
I'm just
thing.
gonna. Everyone's gonna get it.
Well, I'm just saying if Bosco's gonna be alone out there, then we're all inside of the thing.
We can see outside of it.
I think, yeah, we can see outside. I think Bosco will be fine.
Okay.
I think my help would be more useful inside the robot. Yes, if you can water breathe Bosco, then Bosco can just stick a bit in the water with us.
I didn't prepare this spell for nothing, so I really appreciate that you letting me cast it.
You're welcome.
I mean, I guess it's a good backup plan in case it's not as waterproof as we thought
Also
it is.
fair point, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, do your ritual
Yeah.
and then we move in the machine and start doing stuff.
Yes.
Sounds good.
That's what we do.
Okay. Who takes which station?
I'll be a trooper again.
And how many? It has to be activated at least to get down to the to the sinkhole.
Right.
Oh, don't look at me.
Why don't you help with this, huh?
I can
Well
do
then.
unseen servant.
I'm a spotter.
My spell slots are worth less, so I can put like to second level. That's the most, and then I get first levels.
Worthless.
Well, yeah, I can cast less useful stuff. So, you're
Also, I
you're
don't
more
think-
dependent on spell slots than I am.
You healed me 38, so there you go.
I feel.
I did a good thing, yeah. How much would we need to? How was it?
It's like a
It doesn't need to
minute.
be an advanced, right?
wanna start
Advanced is
moving.
combat mode.
Yeah, so we don't need the advanced, right?
No, it can do what you
Not-
require it to do in operational mode.
Moving
Right.
stones as well?
Moving stones, it can do
Isn't
it.
it a claw attack?
It's not a claw attack. It's
I was
just using the
assuming that
claws
as
to
well.
gently move stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was assuming it would
Yeah,
need
No,
to
no,
grab
no.
things
Well,
with
yeah.
the claw.
You can still grab things, but to be quick enough and to be strong enough to deal damage,
I'll
you need the
first put
advanced.
in a.
It's just to
1
balance
second
it out
level
a
spell
little bit.
slot, so we have 20 minutes to start moving stuff. Actually, I'll put in the first then. 10 minutes, and I can put in more if we need more time. All right.
Yeah.
Right,
Sounds
sure.
good.
I put in a first level spell slot.
Okay. You all hop inside. Who takes which station?
I'll be a
Spotter.
trooper.
Spotter,
Pilot.
trooper, pilot.
I feel like I am the man in charge in this robot because
Well, as a pilot, you
Not a
cannot
man.
see anything
That's
if you
fine.
go underwater because you shut everything, which includes your vision holes. So you're relying completely on a spotter to be able to
Yeah.
move you and stuff like that.
You're spotter, right?
I'm the spotter.
You're a
I
spotter.
do.
trooper.
I trust George.
You guys have one of each now.
I spy with my little eye. More
Something
troopers
with
ready.
a.
Angie is a trooper,
W.
and Akiak
Water.
is a spotter,
Okay, so 2 spotters, 1 pilot,
and 2 troopers.
and 2 troopers.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys delve down into the water. Benny, as you guys go, kind of go in there too much, he goes, "Are you guys gonna come back up? Let me know that that it worked, or are we good to go?"
We'll see.
I'm going to be honest, considering it costs us resources to move this thing back and forth.
No, we're
Once
not
we
gonna
go
come
in-
up.
Very well. In that case, I'm not waiting. Good job. Good luck. I hope this does lead to the second layer. Otherwise, I don't know where it's gonna end up. Maybe I'll hear one day. Otherwise,
the elevator is fixed. I'm not too
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm gonna need to find another way up.
No, good luck, anyways, Benny.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with that, yeah.
Good luck to you all. And he kind of
Bye-bye.
like turns around and with a joy in his step continues to departs.
I hope he doesn't end up like a red smear on the ground. Like,
I kind of do hope he does.
no,
No, I don't hope he
he's
does.
not that bad.
I'm still pissy.
About the 100 gold.
It's my trust.
You guys
He does.
hop into
We
the
did get
submarine.
good money back from him.
And it begins to move down into the water. You turn on the lights, I'm assuming, so you can actually see some stuff. Don't worry.
So Angie can also cast a dancing lights around for a bit more light.
She could.
She does.
Just before closing the hatch. Because otherwise the boss
After.
can't exit. No. She
Before-
cannot cast that through something,
Sure,
so that lasts
before.
for a minute.
Oh yeah, that's just never mind then.
You guys emerge, go down towards the collapsed sinkhole that you'd seen before. When you get there, I need you to determine how long it's going to take to clear out a path. I need you guys to succeed on a skill challenge. It's a 5-step skill challenge. Depending on how many successes you get, you get 5 checks in total. Depending on how many successes you get, that's going to determine how long it takes to move all this rock.
Alright.
Damn.
Do we use our own or do we use the machines?
Yours. This is how you want to use your...
How we want to operate the machine.
Yes.
Anything
Anything that can help with that.
Can I use my athletics to speed up like the picking up of rocks? So like I figure there's like levers and cranks that need to be spin.
Sure.
So
Uh,
I can use my athletics to like make sure that goes a little bit faster.
Sure.
I guess
You can try. I'll allow with a DC 16. I'll allow you to try that.
that's fine.
I've got a really original one for this.
Do you?
I'm a spotter.
You are.
I'll spot things.
For
Spotter as
dirty
well,
20.
so-
That's one success. That speeds your quick maneuvering, and and whenever a lever gets stuck, you just force it through.
Come on.
All that allows you to keep the machine operational for longer and eventually move more stone quicker. Anybody else?
I'll use my eyes.
Your eyes.
To perceive the best course of action, the weakest spot in these stones.
Sure. Go ahead and make a. I'll say DC 14 for that.
Aye, that's my.
Oh no.
How many natural ones? That's my third natural one.
I don't know, but it's bad. What's the total with
You're
guidance?
gonna believe it. This is 13.
That's a failure. George is not as good as he thought at this. Looking through a little like portal mirror thing. This eventually is like, grab that stone. Yes, I'm sure, and the whole thing collapses.
Which stone?
That was George's attempt. Does somebody else have one? That's 2 attempts out of 5. 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay, so if I cast mage hands to help me operate it, so I have extra hands, does that mean?
That would be a spellcasting ability check, so an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, because it's like a lot of multitasking, I would say it's a DC 15.
Okay.
But then you can, if you have any bonuses you can use on that to make it better, you can use that too. Like an enhanced ability, it would cost you a spell slot, but it could give you advantage, for example. If you have that prepared, I don't know.
No, I do not. I do not have that prepared.
You want to do that?
Yeah,
Go for it.
I do.
Third
prepare it.
attempt, DC 15.
I know Angie will have an amazing.
Oh,
motivation.
guess what?
What?
15 exactly.
15 exactly. Your mastering of the little, like, whenever your short arms, like whenever you can't get to anything, a little mage hand reaches out, you can pull a lever or crank something that you would otherwise not be able to. Also, whenever somebody is not able to find anything and you're like looking back, like it's over there and they can't figure out, like, then you just cast the mage hand to do it. Allows to speed up the process. 2 successes, 1 failure.
Oh, that
Inky,
felt
do you
good.
have anything?
I don't know. Would I be able to mold earth some of the rocks away?
You can't do that through solid rock, because it's technically behind total cover, because you guys are behind total cover in the tube. You can't affect anything beyond that area, I'm afraid.
Okay then.
Unless you have something else you can do, you can also. Doesn't all have to come down to everybody has to do one.
What else would I be able?
As a spotter, I don't see much I can do.
Well, if you have anything that could help the others operate, that can also.
Yeah.
Doesn't all have to be you doing something. You
No,
helping
no,
others
I
also
get
can
that.
help.
I'm thinking if I have something else I could do.
Do you have anything else, George?
Nope.
No.
I'm usually one of those anyway, so.
This may be a little, I don't know, sounds like a stretch.
Sure.
I got a maneuver which is tactical assessment.
Okay.
When you make like an investigation, history, or insight check, you can expend a superiority die. Would you be able to like use tactical assessment for the party that's also say like that, move that rock.
Okay. It would have to be. What skill do you attach it to? Because it would have to be a skill. Check that you roll.
My best one, I guess, investigation would be the most logical one in this sense, to be honest. Even
Sure.
though it's a bad one, and I would rather have. I think I would rather have insight, but I don't think I can get that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Insight isn't just people
Oh.
per se. Like insight you could also use insight in the sense of like see where the rock is the weakest, where it collapses most likely, and then avoid that. So I would allow you to use insight. It would be the same DC as George, a 14,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could use your tactical assessment die on top of that if you want.
Yeah, sure, let's do that. That's fun. That's another D10, right? Yeah.
Go
DC?
for it. 14, just like George's perception check.
Yeah, that already passed. It's like 17 plus 8 plus 3.
Oh yeah. So where George fails, you pick up the slack to guide a path forward to see where the rock is the weakest, where collapse is most imminent. Giving the pilots and the troopers ways to clear it out better. That's 4 success or 3 successes, 1 failure. You guys need one more skill check.
Okay.
I feel like we need a motivational quote right now.
Those
Oh,
Ds
yeah.
are those
yeah,
DCs
right.
are high, to be fair.
Yeah. Alright.
It's always possible, but the DC is always higher than the rest.
I mean,
Persuasion, right? Or whatever.
It would be a persuasion check, yeah, but the DC would be 17.
Persuasion.
Just get a high
Sure, she does
persuasion.
that. She does that.
Sure, 17 DC because it's
Hell
significantly higher than the rest.
That's a nat 1.
Okay, never mind.
What motivational quote would encapsulate?
It's
a
like
nat
it's
one?
super loud in here. People can barely hear one another. You just see Angie move with
What?
passion.
Stop fucking talking and move some levers.
That's sadly 2 failures, 3
That was
successes.
amazing.
I push Angie away to like move a lever.
3 successes sadly makes it so that clearing the hole will take an hour and a half.
I was in the spirit.
That's a
of
lot of
Angie.
spell slots.
That's 9 spell slots you need.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Wait, how much can I dump in? Hold up. Before
9
you do
levels total. It's not total spell slots, but
that. Yeah, no, I get it. Before you do anything, you need them more than I do.
Who needs like who
Have you
actually
seen
needs to
me
use
cast
wish?
spell slots often?
Who uses wish anyway?
I can put in 8.
I'll
Can
put
I?
in 1.
No, and I can't do that. I'm lying.
Let me put in that last one then.
No, I can put in 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let
I'm lying.
Then I'll put in.
Then I'll put in the rest.
I'll put in 1 as well. So you put in 2 and I.
I put in nothing.
Mate, I am not using these first levels.
Alright, I'm not. There you go.
And I get them all back after the long rest.
And
Because
I'm
it's
putting
just
everything
fun.
I have in.
sure.
It's everything I have.
Fair
No more spell slots.
Oh, I just put
You
in
feel
all my
weak.
first levels I've
I'm
left.
still
Okay,
strong
so-
with my crossbow.
So does that mean that George doesn't have to put one in, or are you
He
just?
doesn't.
I mean, that's to clear the hole. To be fair, you will need spell slots after that to continue moving, probably.
Yeah, but then I'll do those as
Okay.
well.
So an hour and a half later, you clear about a 60, 70 feet area of just the small and large boulders. You create a hole large enough that the apparatus can crawl through, which is a relatively large
Does the
thing.
water go in faster?
Doesn't seem to be that way, no.
Okay.
Because everything you grab away, there is water behind it. And when you clear out the last bit of hole, you push those stones away, they kind of fall through the water. You see an underwater expanse before you. It seems to have collapsed into a cave. This is more cave-like than it is. Like you don't emerge into like the second layer immediately or anything like that. You just
No, I figured.
it's an underwater cave or just a cave that was under this theater, and then just over time this thing collapsed into that cave partially. And that cave continues outside of any dark vision or lights that you guys currently carry with you.
Alright.
These lights barely work. And this water is thick.
Thick. I don't know.
Okay.
Damn.
As you guys kind of push through, the apparatus kind of goes again, and we'll need
Motherfucker.
more to push through.
I have no more magic to put in this thing. I'm sorry,
Dumb
guys.
fucking tube.
At least we can still breathe when it goes into stasis mode.
Yes.
For
Would it
now.
be- how
For a
long do
time.
we have the water breathing?
24 hours.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, we can
I
always-
sure do hope Bosco's behind us. Try to look for the
Make a perception check.
Bosco. my
I've
boy.
lost him out of my head for a while, I'll be honest.
No, Bosco.
I think a rock fell on him.
Yours is just
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Yeah, he's right
For-
behind.
During excavating, he just pulled.
You fucking killed Bosco.
Suddenly just
I'm
like a
opening
burst
the hatch.
of-
Oh, doesn't matter if I open the hatch.
Just a
He
burst of
won't let the
red all
water
of a
drink
sudden.
mellow, he's still
Yeah.
breathing.
You can't open the hatch while
Don't
you're
crush it!
underwater.
Oh shit!
Why not? We can
Because the
breathe
pressure,
underwater.
yeah, but the pressure from the outside doesn't allow you
That
to
makes
open it
sense.
up.
That makes sense.
Don't worry, I looked this
Doesn't
up. It's
go
not possible.
inside?
Hmm?
It doesn't open to the inside.
That'd be awful. That'd be the
Let's
worst.
close it.
The thing would just like burst a hole through the bottom. How many spell slots are you putting in to continue?
You're
Just one?
looking at me, but I don't
Well,
have
that's
any
I like.
spells.
I like to look at you most because I think you come up with a funny idea.
What is your spell slots?
Yeah.
Where are your spell
spells
Why
slots,
are you
huh?
being
Yeah.
so stingy about your spell slots?
Look, I
Share
need,
these
I
spell
need
slots.
them.
To be fair, Angie also hasn't used any spell slots. So it's okay.
True, pump all Angie spells.
Can I like it's like
Angie
in
puts
the-
it at
in
7th
the-
level. Let's go.
In the middle tube, there's the gem, right? Can I start like
Put in
boom,
spell
boom, god damn
slots,
it.
'cause I barely
Shadows
use
the gem.
mine.
Right, then put them in. Yeah.
So
for it.
let's put in this this fourth.
How does this
Spell
thing not work?
slots.
Let's keep it on that and let's see how far we can
Yeah,
get.
and
Yeah.
see how
Okay,
far
so
we
you
go
have
with
4
these
that gives you 40 minutes of operation.
Yes, exactly. Let's
Okay.
see if we get out of it in the 40, and if not, then I'll put in some more.
Sure. You guys begin to
Totally
push
to
through.
move
From the
the
spotters,
rocks.
I would like perception checks using the apparatus's perception. Which
We
is a
need
plus
to
11.
use the arms this time.
Okay, yeah, no, I was
You
about
can
to say.
guidance yourself for
Can I
this one.
guidance the apparatus?
Well, you can guidance yourself. But the search feature also uses
Alright,
its
and
perception.
What is it? Plus
It's a
11?
plus 11
What does it say there?
at skills.
Perception, I imagine.
Skills. Athletics
Oh,
plus
perception, that's
15.
plus 10.
Oh, sorry. Perception. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the
Yeah,
wrong.
perception plus 10.
Then it's a plus 10, not 11. Sorry.
A 24.
24? What'd you get?
24.
2 24s. Very well.
You both see the same thing.
As the apparatus pushes through the cold, oppressive waters of the cave, the darkness seems endless at first. Pressing in from all sides, the only sounds are the muffled currents and your own heartbeat like thuds in your ear, as well as the machinery around you. But suddenly, both of you spot in the distance a faint yellow light, a glow that flickers, with a
You don't
dull,
mind if I
rhythmic
smoke it, right?
pulse,
Yes.
like a heartbeat of its own.
What fucking hotbox this room.
Stop smoking.
As you guys
It makes me concentrate better.
approach it
Yeah,
at
just
first,
talk,
it
please.
grows a little bit. What do you guys want to do?
Bad news. Light up ahead.
Maybe good news.
Please don't tell me we have to fight in this thing.
I hope not.
I sure do hope not as well.
I don't think opening the latch at this point is a smart idea.
I don't think we can. I looked, it opened to the outside. I think we're fucked.
I could remove the latch.
That sounds like a bad
Sounds
idea.
horrible.
Probably, actually.
Probably would fry all the levers
I
and
don't
stuff.
know.
I mean, have you guys ever heard of like those underwater like welders that live underwater, and then if one of those rooms suddenly isn't pressurized anymore,
They fucking die.
it's really fun that you can breathe underwater, but it doesn't matter if you explode.
Bosco's just like poisoned right now. Because of the pressure that's changing constantly, man.
He's already dead.
He's already dead. Oh my god.
No,
made for this
because
shit.
Bosco is doing it slowly, so he's just getting used to the new pressure every time. As
Bosco
long as you don't
has a
do it
little
too
watch
quickly.
with him. He takes 10-minute breaks.
Yeah, every
single
time. My
Yeah.
god, my bear is dead. What have I done?
Like your bear is so.
I don't think there's anything we can do. We informed the party that there's something coming and we might have to fight it.
Sure.
Alright, just tell me if
We'll
they need
cross
to do
that
the
bridge
claws.
when we get there.
Yes.
As you guys grow closer a little bit, there's another one of those lights, and another one, and another one. Each one piercing the shadow-like distant lantern, like a shadow-like, piercing the shadows like a distant lantern. Yes.
How far do we estimate it to be?
Anywhere between, I would say, 30 to 80 feet.
Then
Oh, that's closer than I thought.
that is a lot closer than I thought. I think.
Oh, that's when you guys choose to continue towards it. They get that much closer.
Where is. Oh, there it is. I would like to. Thermal vision with my hunting goggles has a range of 60 feet.
Okay. You do see that these lights aren't just lights. They feel at first a little predatory, and when you turn on the thermal vision, you see, aside from that central glowing eye almost that it is, this yellow eye, you see this larger snake-like creature behind it. Compared to the apparatus, they would be small, but there's many of them. And as you guys kind of like continue to go closer, the apparatus continuing to float towards it, they all suddenly begin to swim around all in different directions at a rapid pace. At which point, I would need you guys to roll for initiative. So let's do that, and then we'll take the break.
I think we should be very, very quiet.
think they already know we're fucking here.
Wow.
Does
Wait.
Bosco need initiative?
Bosco needs initiative.
man.
Bosco's in the
No.
best position here.
Bosco's
Bosco-
You see,
fucking
Bosco
turn
needs.
your thing around, you see Bosco getting swarmed.
No! Bosco!
Oh, we brought fish food with us.
Bosco will be the ally tag. He will have its own initiative in this case.
Bosco will be the bait tag. Put it
Alright.
on a little fishing rod.
Okay. 25 to 20.
24 for Akia.
20 to 15.
17.
17. Plus 1 for Angie.
Yeah, I know, but
Right. 15 to 10.
14.
10.
14 for Angie.
14. Angie and 0. Which has the highest dexterity? I think
12.
12 both of you, right?
Yes.
Then go ahead and roll again. See which one gets it. Funny enough, you guys are both pilots.
7. That's
7?
8.
18.
18. So 0 goes first. Then George, you had a 10, right?
Wasn't Angie a
What's your
trooper?
dexterity?
Angie was a trooper.
Yeah.
What's your
I was
dexterity?
the only pilot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa.
What's your dexterity, George?
12 or 13?
Okay, that's fine.
5 for Bosco.
5 for Bosco. Very well. In that case, study the apparatus. We'll be back in a short moment as you guys are being attacked by these fish-like, snake-like
My
entities.
Boy.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to pick it up as the party is being assaulted by these anglerfish-like creatures.
Totally don't look.
Shut up, shut up.
Don't look at
No, shut up. Bosco is behind you, the only creature of flesh and blood, as the rest of you are in the apparatus. These anglerfish-like snake thingies. Shut up. Are going to get to move. But first, Ikiak, you are the first to act. You are currently in the position of spotter. What do you want to do?
I see these fish as loudly as I can. I bang, "Get out, Bosco!" And I switch stations. Yeah.
Okay, so use your action to switch stations
Yeah, I'm
to
going to
white.
pilot.
Pilot. Okay, so you're a pilot now. Chera, you are a trooper.
Well, I can't really
Koopa
hit them
Troopa.
from here unless I use a torpedo.
You can use a torpedo.
I
'cause
could
you, are-
use a torpedo,
you could aim that one at a torpedo.
but I'm not going to because I think people are going to be mad.
Screw it. Just fucking put all the... How many levels
Can you
is it?
hold actions right now?
You can, yes.
Okay.
You can hold actions. You cannot hold bonus actions, but you can do anything as a...
Shoot
You can
bomb
do anything as a
torpedoes.
action that is a bonus action.
All right, then I'll
I'm gonna shoot 3
wait.
torpedoes.
Did we put it in advanced mode yet?
It is not in advanced mode now. It's still in operational mode. That's how you guys left it. You guys saw the creatures and then continued to approach, but no one said...
How much juice do we still have?
I'm not keeping track of that. Somebody else is.
We had 4
4 levels.
levels, which is 40 minutes.
So if you switch to advanced mode, you would have 3.
3 minutes.
No, 3 rounds.
3 rounds, yeah.
But or you can keep it in operational mode if you want to.
I mean,
We'll just die.
we'll probably need to put it in advanced mode, so I'll put it in advanced mode, I guess.
Okay,
And then that was my action, I guess.
that is an action.
So I'll wait
Okay.
until they get close.
It is now in operation in advanced mode. Zira, as a pilot, what do you want to do? You're relying now solely on the instructions of George. As the thing goes in overdrive and it begins to move louder, more gears begin to whir. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
That sound is supposed to make that sound.
It's supposed to sound like that.
Okay. Switching between modes
Angie's on
requires an
deck.
action of any of its pilots.
Hmm?
Does
What do,
the,
I have no idea what you're saying.
the switching into advanced mode require
Oh.
an action from its pilots?
From a pilot, all of your
Any
pilots.
Okay, then that's
Good.
good.
Yeah, I had to make the distinction between like manning the stations and pilot. That should have been from any person manning the apparatus.
Yeah, no.
And
That's why I'm
not the
asking.
pilots. I could have called pilots drivers instead. I guess that could have worked too.
Okay, no,
But
that-
anybody could have done
That's
that,
the thing I was looking for.
You're currently 45 degrees, like angled like this.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, because its facing is actually important in this with this thing.
Well, let's see. I can move turn. I also need to. Depositing a spell slot costs an action. That's kind of sucky, but okay. We have 3 spell slots in it right now, which is
So that's 3 more
three.
rounds.
Yeah.
At the basically at the end of Chera's turn is when that started. So at the end of Chera's turn, there's 3 more
Okay.
rounds.
You basically moved.
Yeah, I can basically move and turn. So what?
Yeah, that's what the
What
you guys
you
have to
guys
work
wanna-
together in
Yeah,
this.
what you guys want me to do?
You can make
Move and turn.
You can
Yeah.
make leg attacks.
To
if you
Where
want
do
some.
you want me to move and turn?
Well, that's
To
up
the
to you.
enemies!
Yeah, which specific one? Pick one.
Alright,
The
that
one closest to us.
That one. Move to that. Kill it.
Sure, I'll move to that one.
Don't worry, you won't get there.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Bonus action. Move more.
10 more feet, I guess.
Yeah, can I do that as a bonus action?
Yeah,
Well,
literally the
legally-
bonus action.
Yeah.
Move.
Then I do that.
10 more feet?
Yeah.
As it walks across the ground towards this large fish. It is it is at least in front of the apparatus now. That's your action and bonus action.
Yeah.
Then Angie.
Angie action. Claw. Bonus action.
Right, because she's a trooper.
Yeah. Whack. Kick. Action claw. Is going to be a. Damn, that's horrible. A 13 to hit.
13 does not hit. It swims out of the way of the claw.
Right, then it's going to use its leg attack
Can it do a leg when it's in front?
against a creature besides underneath the apparatus. Oh, you're right. No, it cannot.
It cannot turn that way.
No grapple, you missed.
I
Or a
missed,
creature
so-
that's grappled, yeah.
Yeah.
You shot.
Okay,
That's yeah.
Misty attack. Then the fishies. The
Oh,
one that's in
football.
front of it is going to attack the apparatus. So
Ball.
will that one. Those two, however, are going for the big squishy bear, I'm afraid.
No, Bosco.
On the first round, however, from those like central yellow, they have regular eyes besides, but from the central yellow eye, they will fire these darkened beams that will impact the apparatus twice and Bosco twice, which requires each to make I'm pretty sure, a wisdom saving throw.
You're not telling me
You guys can choose who rolls for the apparatus.
the crab is gonna have to make a wisdom save.
I'm afraid it does.
Probably very good. at
I'm rolling
those.
for Bosco, so you guys can roll.
Damn. -4.
I'll roll for those then, I guess. But,
You sure?
no. But hey, -4.
Oh god, Bosco's going to die.
I rolled pretty ass, but then again, with a -4, then we always roll ass.
That's true. What did Bosco get from those 2 rays?
He got a 7 and a 4.
A 7 and a 4. Those are both failures, I'm afraid.
Really?
Yes, they are. From the first beam, Bosco is going to suffer
Wow.
10,
He's suffering.
20,
Sure be suffering.
34 points of necrotic damage. From the second beam,
37.
I think it's more.
Damn. Alright.
It's not funny, it's sad.
It's funny. It's exactly the amount. R.I.P.
How much?
26, 32,
Figured it
37, 38, 45.
He's dead.
Well, he's down. As
Yeah,
Bosco
he's dead.
begins to drift in the water,
How
floating
are we
still.
supposed to save Bosco?
Nah,
Drag him with you to the surface, then emerge and revive him, I guess.
bro. You got diamond with you?
We'll find you. a
Bosco
new
begins to
pal,
go
man.
whoa,
Hey,
limp as these
need-
beams
We'll get you a dog.
impacted. What did the apparatus get on both of its wisdom saving throws?
Boy.
Just boss.
Well, definitely failed one of them. The
There's
best I
also
can do is
bears.
12.
So much money.
12
on
is still a
armor.
failure, but it's close.
You can find another bear.
Yes.
The
take my
apparatus
white dog.
suffers less damage than Bosco, I think. Let's see.
Oh well.
How is the apparatus not
10.
immune to necrotic?
20. It's just it's general withering and rotting away. In the case of an apparatus or any other golem, that would mean that it begins to rust and it become unstable. I did think about this because I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but it kind of makes sense if you reflavor it a little bit.
Oh, you killed my bear. I hate you.
10. Good. That's fair. 10, 20, 26, 27 on the first beam.
Oh. Who's taking? Who's gonna take note of that? I can take note of that. That hurts.
You're taking note of the HP of the apparatus? Okay, correct.
Yeah, I also have to heal it, so I'm gonna
39 points on the second.
do that. Guys, it's doing great.
But at that point, those lights, those glowing lights on the center of the forehead begin to dull. So they cannot keep using that. They will then go to move. They're going to go snack.
Are they going to go feast on Bosco?
Bosco! My bear!
Unless it has any other reason to do anything. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
Takes a polar bear into this place.
15, 20.
We should have left him at this.
You should have.
He's not.
I didn't think we were gonna go into a submarine!
Neither did I. We'll save him. We'll revive him.
Hey.
Best I can do, man. We're not gonna save him here. He's gonna fucking die.
This one's gonna go flat.
I can't save him. This thing is slow as shit.
I know.
You can't really open it. So.
Okay, George.
So, wait. You will revive the polar bear!
Look, your deer is not that important, okay?
George, it's your turn.
Let's
What do you
not
wanna
be
do?
over exaggerating. I'm just saying this to make him happier, okay?
But you're lying?
No,
Yes! Straight up. Just eat my
No, he's
I'm not
just really
lying.
playing favorites.
I'm
Bosco's on deck.
I'm a spotter.
I got
Can I
you.
spot Bosco getting eaten?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You kind of like, you turn it around and like, oh.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Healing
this is keeping
spells.
attention away from the apparatus.
I
You
guess,
can always
yeah.
reinforce.
Yeah, you can
Um,
heal it. I guess.
Yeah, you can heal-
reinforce, I can also reconstruct.
Use the floodlights, I'm pretty sure is a thing that you
So
can do.
I'm gonna reconstruct.
Well, you can reconstruct for free. Like, it doesn't cost anything. Only if you want to add more hit dice, it costs additional spell slots.
Yeah.
So the first one, if you just do the 2d8 plus 5, is free.
That's true.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah.
heal it.
Yeah, you can always heal it.
So I think I might just want to heal it a little bit.
Alright, you reconstruct.
Its AC is it's something that, man, it took a hit. Do I maybe want to put a spell slot in there just to make sure we don't actually implode?
That's an action.
No, he means into the healing.
Oh, right there.
Casting remaining and then heals is for.
But then you have to spend it. You're not casting it yourself, right?
No.
If he's healing, he has to get it out of the reserve.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't put it in and...
I can also
Research.
cast mending, which will do exactly the same as just healing it.
Do you have mending?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll just heal it, and I'll spend a first level spell slot to heal it a little better. There you go.
Okay, go for it. So you guys only have 2 more rounds.
Yeah,
'cause
no.
I'm spending a spell slot.
No, but you have to use an action to put it in the apparatus, and we're
Oh.
taking it out of the apparatus to heal
Yes,
it.
you're taking it out of the battery of the apparatus.
Well, then we'll die, I guess. Well, there you go. Awesome.
So
Can
you
I
did it?
re-roll this with my cloak?
What does it say? Whenever you cast a spell that heals?
Then you roll a 1 or 2 on a die to restore hit points to a creature.
Constructs counts as creatures. Actually, no, this thing, I'm pretty sure, specifically states somewhere that it's an object, so no.
It's a construct.
It's a construct. Gargantuan construct. It's gargantuan?
Yeah, look at it.
Not that big on.
Fucking yoked.
Isn't it huge?
No, this is huge.
Then it
Oh,
heals
right.
reject.
Yeah,
Shit.
oh, you're right.
And you can put it spell slots into it.
No, because
But
the
you already
parameter
healed.
takes actions.
Yeah. Or you can put you can take it out of the apparatus.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Could.
I'm gonna put in a spell slot. It's time.
And then as my bonus action, I want to heal Bosco. Is he within 30 feet of us?
I don't think he can hear you for healing words.
30, yeah.
Does he need to hear me for healing word?
Yeah.
I
That would
think-
be problematic.
I think he does.
Fuck.
It's literally healing word. Creature that you can see and hear.
See or hear.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, I'll check it
Like
for
if
you.
you're blinded, sometimes maybe you can still cast healing word, I guess.
I'll check it for you, but honestly,
If not,
you know, then I'll do the bonus action.
It
thing
says
as
a creature you can see within range.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
I mean, only God has to hear me, right? There is that you can see within range. Yeah. So
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Stop
So
talking about war.
you can see it. It is within range.
Thank you if you will.
You're gonna have to do this forever.
And
Like, what's the point? These things are gonna instantly kill him anyway.
I mean, from 1d4 with plus a little bit, probably.
8 hit points. Bosco has
8 hit points. Oh my god.
There you
my
go.
Boy,
He's still alive.
My boy is back.
They'll eat him
He
next.
doesn't
turn.
even need half move to like get up because he's just floating.
Yeah, he's just.
That's my turn.
What does Bosco want to do then?
He's going to action dash and get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out where?
Why would the way we came?
Okay.
Just go.
he's
60 feet.
listening to-
60 feet, sure.
I don't think he's faster than the
Fish.
things.
I'm sure he's not faster than the fish. But what the fuck is he gonna do?
Well,
Why
the fishes are going for him,
He's gonna die.
and
He's gonna go
you're
away.
sending him out of range of any
You
healing
can't
word.
heal him anymore now.
It's a bear. It would be the most logical thing for him to do. Let's be fair.
I suppose, yeah.
Brother has an intelligence of 2.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're-
It's even the most logical thing to do for
Yeah,
him.
that would
Kiak.
make sense.
I am currently in
A pilot seat.
a pilot seat. Yes. I don't think there is anything I can do actually. Then. Actually, I can reconstruct it as well.
You can.
I don't think there's anything other for me specifically that I have to do.
And then Cherry, you're on deck.
I
I mean,
Is there someone? There's one besides us, right?
No.
Oh, I thought it was like.
There's one over here that
Oh.
was over here before.
Why did he move there? It's dumb.
he doesn't want to get hit by the iron legs, I'd imagine.
I was going for the blood that was coming from Bosco.
Wait, the claw. It has to be in front, then, right or not?
For the claw attacks, yes. For the legs, it has to be either besides or beneath it.
Sure. I'm just gonna reconstruct. It's the easiest
Okay.
stuff to do.
Do you put any additional spell slots into it?
That is 2d8.
Plus 5.
That's a horrible throw. That's 9 hit points for the
Oh.
apparatus.
Then Chera.
I'm gonna claw.
Go for it.
Clawing time. 15.
15. That misses, I'm afraid. It's a little quicker than that. As you try to grasp with the claw, it just flies out of the way.
An extra attack doesn't do anything, right?
Cast
does not,
animate
no.
object on this thing so it actually functions.
Anything else?
I can bonus action attack anything, so not
No, because it's
yet,
not
so
positioned that way. Okay, Sierra.
Maybe turn it around, I guess, so we can kick.
And then the
thing.
claw can't reach.
No, but we can kick it. I guess that we can kick.
The
all-
claw can reach anything that's. Where can the claw reach?
It doesn't say. Just 10 feet.
Then it can reach anywhere. That isn't behind.
That
It
isn't
isn't behind,
behind,
so
okay.
we could turn
Actually,
around.
So
turning
if
is
you can
better.
turn it, or if you go above it, that would allow all of you to make leg
Why didn't
attacks
you
as
turn
well.
I was thinking.
Zero.
about it, but-
So that means I'll probably have to
Schwiggity schwoody.
move or turn. Which one?
Turn probably.
Turn and reconstruct.
Sure. I'll do the reconstruct and then turn. Or-
Sure, go ahead and roll for reconstruct.
Okay, let me just.
It's okay, buddy.
Aw,
You'll
you
come
guys
back from your corpse
Wow.
We're all
later.
rolling so well. on this.
I feel betrayed.
We're rolling so good.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling
Yeah.
ass, I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's, well, it's an 8 regardless, though.
It is plus 5?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Oh.
That's
Exactly.
how
The total
ass I
was
rolled.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. It reconstructs a little bit. At that point, you have the levers to turn it. How do you want to turn it?
Where do you want me to turn?
Turn that way.
That way.
Bonus action allows you to turn 45 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it turns 45 degrees that way. After Zira, Angie as a trooper.
And she's going to quack, and it's going to.
Try and claw it and leg it. Go for it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Claw attack!
Yeah, let's go.
That's.
Is it really bad?
18!
18 just hits.
Just
Oh my
hit!
god,
Yes,
finally
the
hit
claw
it.
clunk, grabs it.
Oh, it's grappled them.
If you choose for it to be grappled, yeah, you can also let it go.
Of
if you want
course,
to.
we're gonna grapple the shit out of these things.
Yeah, grapple it.
Okay, so it is grappled. The fish can like squirming within the claw,
Then it's going to.
suffer damage.
Sure.
From the-
I'm
from the
gonna
claw
lag
attack,
it
right?
first, because then add damage.
Oh, you want to roll? Yeah, sure. Go roll to hit.
Yeah. At
For the what?
disadvantage because it's grappled.
No, it's not. Is it restrained when it's grappled?
No.
Then no advantage.
Oh.
Or does it say that you get advantage when it's grappled?
No.
You can just hit it now.
Then no
Without it
advantage.
being on, on your side.
Oh, like that.
And you guys
okay.
could move to another one now to
Yeah.
grab another one.
Alright, then just the leg
Good.
attack. Just the leg attack, I guess. That probably hits. 29?
29 does hit, yes.
Great. That is 46 plus 2d6.
I shoot a torpedo, right?
You guys can if you want to.
12, 14, 15, 20. 34 damage.
It is bloodied after that.
Fucking me.
It's bloodied. It's grappled with you. It's too small to obstruct, so you guys can move without your movement being reduced if you want to. As it gets grabbed and stabbed with one of the legs, rather than blood, it's like this blackish ichor that seems to come out of it. You guys are familiar enough with that. These creatures are not just beasts or monstrosities; these are demons of sorts.
Oh, fucking course they are.
Anything else for Angie?
No, stop.
After Angie, it is the fish's turn. These dash out of the battlefield. They are occupied with something else,
No.
which
Are they faster?
they can swim 40 feet per round.
Fuck. Wait, 40 feet per round.
Yes, they have 40 feet.
Oh,
so if
yeah,
they dash, it's 80.
Okay, yeah, so they catch up.
They do catch up. They have.
R.I.P. Bosco.
They also have Blood Frenzy, which gives them advantage on attacks against creatures that don't have all their hit points and have blood. Which means Bosco meets a undignified end, but it does take those two off of the battlefield, which
Good job again.
My boy!
Damn.
Hey,
R.I.P.
I don't want to say you did this.
this one swims up behind it.
Bosco would do that.
I know, but
I
shooting
feel, honestly,
poor little Bosco, he's gonna die all alone. He's in the dark. He's afraid.
I feel your pain.
We're gonna have to
I
find
really
him.
do.
Okay,
I
it's
truly do.
it does not get its withering ray back, so it's just
I-
going
I-
to make a bite and a tail
I
attack.
don't think we're gonna revive him, so.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get him back.
No.
Look, I'm honest. Like, you
And
fucking
now I
fucked
feel-
up.
He fucked off, so.
He's gone. We're not
It's a
even gonna
25
fight
to
him.
hit on the first attack,
That hits.
and a 25 to hit on the second
That
attack.
hits.
Oh no.
You'll get another bear.
The bite attack
Bosco the 5th.
deals
I hate this combat.
12 points of piercing damage.
We'll barely make it through.
12 piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic for 16 points of damage total to the apparatus.
It's your
Just
Slow it
job.
down!
Is somebody taking track of that?
Oh.
It's your job.
16
this is
points of damage
against
total.
us. That's right.
16 isn't that bad.
Oh, that's fine. We're not healing that much though.
Then it's going to hit with the tail attack, which was
I'm
a
doing
25 to
math,
hit.
and this ain't adding up. Like, we're worried about Bosco.
12 points of bludgeoning damage to the apparatus.
12 points.
Worried about Bosco.
12 points?
12 points.
That's,
Yes. And if it were a creature, it would have to make a Constitution saving throw, but it doesn't have to do that.
Look, if we
The
all
other
die,
one
then
that's
Bosco doesn't
grappled-
matter.
The one that's grappled is going to use its action to try and break free. So go ahead and make an athletics check with the apparatus.
No, it's just a escape DC.
Oh, what's the escape DC? It
19.
fails. I rolled a 2, so really low. So it stays stuck. It's not biting anything. George,
I look back. And
you see nothing anymore. You see two of the fishes swim away
I'm
back
just
up.
busy here.
and I'm just.
You have no idea yet.
I don't.
No.
I just look at him for a second, and I don't say a thing. I move back to, and I'll construct.
The key's gonna be
Kiak knows nothing.
devastated.
yet. Where's Bosco, guys?
I'll construct and I'll search.
George's the only one who knows this.
Oh boy. Well, this it better roll, so it's like a 12.
I don't
13.
know, guys. I don't know where Bosco went. Maybe he
Well, we
didn't
heal
go
13.
with us.
That's good. And then I search. So I want to
Search for which one?
I want to search for the one at the back. I want to get a
One at the
better
back?
eye.
Go ahead
That
and make
one.
a perception check, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Against
Against
passive stealth. You gotta beat
I
a
don't know if I do.
13.
This perception was 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I will have a 14.
Then you succeed. So that one is pointed out.
Yes, so you
Which
gain
gives what kind of bonus?
plus 1d4 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And you get dark vision out to 60 feet beyond the range. The spotter could rely on their own senses. That doesn't matter, I have dark vision. But it's spotted.
Okay. So that one additional 1d4 added to everybody's attack and the damage.
On that one.
Well, yeah, for
On
us,
that
I
one.
guess, yeah.
Akiak.
We can already hit it because it's behind us, right?
You can hit it with the leg.
Yeah.
Can the leg hit
but
behind? I thought it could only hit on the sides and beneath it.
Sides or underneath? Yeah.
So
No,
the legs cannot hit behind. Behind is a
Then-
vulnerable spot for this thing.
Damn, it's like a tank.
Yes.
It's a crap thing.
Damn,
It's a crank.
a crank.
I am going to use our action to turn
Okay.
90 degrees towards it.
So left or
To it.
Or-
Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I turn.
guys.
Alright, that's cannon now.
This one does get moved with it.
Can't
Mhm.
move it.
Now we can hit it with the leg as well. And with the claw.
Yep.
That's the whole idea. And then I'm going to leg attack the one that we currently have.
Okay, the one that's grappled.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That misses with a 13.
13
Four.
does miss.
No, it's I'm the one we grabbed.
Oh,
It's a different one.
okay. I thought you were.
No, no.
Alright, Chera in that case.
Yes.
The apparatus turns, the one little creature
All
wiggling
right.
in the claw trying to get out. Fails.
Better not fuck me up, guys.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and claw the other
The other one.
one
Go for it.
and grapple it.
With a d4. You have a d4 because George searched for it.
With 30, I think that will
That
work.
that works, yes. The claw
And he's not gonna one up me.
grabs that one as well. This one's grappled there too.
All right, and then I'm gonna.
That would have been 2 more. But there
There's
are.
damage as well.
I do.
And you get a d4 on that as well.
Ooh.
Yes,
I
additional
didn't
damage.
know that.
Yeah, so all things
And 0, you're on deck.
That's pretty good.
you'll get. All those things and more.
46. 46 plus a d4. That's a lot of 6s and 5s.
That's a good roll for once. It's 3 6s and a 5. That's pretty
It's
good.
2 6s and a 5. And 2 5s. So it's 10, 16, that is 22, 23 plus 6, so that's 29 points of damage.
I think these guys are dexterous.
They are pretty quick. 29 brings up to. It is also bloodied.
Can't summon him back or
Nice.
anything. You're not like a hunter or a ranger.
Fighter with a crossbow.
I guess I can't see how much the other one is
I'm just thinking.
damaged, right?
of-
I mean,
of ways
you
to
can.
fix
So
this
if you want to
problem,
make it They don't differ that much.
They don't differ. I'll kick the one I'm grappling as well.
Go for it. So you grab the other one, and immediately a leg jams into it. That's good again.
Nearly the same roll for
29?
29.
29 definitely hits.
It's 2d6 for another 6. That's 11 points of damage. 17 points of damage.
10. It is not doing well. It would not survive that again.
Nice.
Zira.
Booyah.
As Chard grabs another one and jams one of the legs inside of it.
There we
That
go.
one also just begins to fill the space with demonic ichor.
We only have one level left, right?
Yeah, I put in 3 more.
Good action. Any bonus actions?
Do you want me guys to turn or move? Because otherwise...
You can leg it.
Can
You
I
can
leg
leg
it?
it.
I
You
can
can leg
leg
it.
it.
You can leg both of them.
I leg both.
No, you can
You
leg
can
one.
leg. You can target both of them
That's
with
true.
the leg.
Sure, I'll leg
Everybody
one.
can make some attacks if they're positioned correctly.
I shall leg one. Let me see.
Leg the left one here that you still have a plus d4.
I will leg the left one.
Go for it.
You get a 1d4 to the attack roll.
That is 25.
Hits easily.
Okay.
It is like squirming in the claw. It's moving a little bit. You just like push a button, the like as it goes out and just stabs it.
Yeah, and to the damage. Yeah. 2d6 and 84.
Yeah,
That is
it's pretty good.
10 points. Yeah, that's
Plus 6.
yeah, plus 6. Okay, so that's 16 points.
That kills that one. So as it's jammed
Nice.
into the creature,
Oh, yeah.
it pierces through the
Kicked it
other
to
side.
I
Very
kicked
good.
it to death.
It kind of
Yeah.
breaks in two as the claw kind of snaps shut and it begins to dissolve into ash.
Got one.
I mean,
That's just your bonus action. You can move if you want to or reconstruct, I'm pretty sure.
No, she used her
I
action.
I
for spell
used
slot.
my action to
Oh, right,
put
so damage spell.
slots.
You're right. Angie, as a trooper, she's holding the other one.
Yeah, with the other claw.
Sure.
Next attack. Yeah, that's that one. Natural 20.
That'll do
I
it.
don't know.
That
That's
hits.
86.
86. Yeah, I need another
It was
one then.
desperately trying to get out and it did not succeed.
Well, I think he's desperately dead.
This combat would have been harder if you guys didn't sacrifice Bosco.
And
We don't know that
we
yet.
did not do that on
George is the
purpose.
only one that knows that.
Well, the comment's not over.
You're just like,
yet.
George, why did you cast Healing Word? We're not hurt.
24 damage. No, sorry, not 24. Plus the regular
30
20,
then.
it's 30 damage.
24 was exactly what it had left, but
Oh.
30 will definitely do it. As the other claw comes in, snaps through it, it just kind of begins to fizzle.
Then
die.
George do something.
That's Annie's turn.
Can
Then
I
the-
switch it for modes?
Sure, you turn
George
into
will just
back into
switch it
operational
to
mode.
modes, and he just looks at all of you. Just, I gotta turn this thing around.
Why?
Now, turn it.
There were more creatures, right?
I don't know.
Bosco's fucking gone. I can't see him anymore.
Bosco?
I have to turn this thing.
Turn it around. Turn.
And then I want to use my other action to search for Bosco.
I'm pretty sure that the apparatus has no way of catching up. Because it's pretty slow. What's the fastest it could
Eventually,
possibly...
Bosco is gonna get caught up, and then his movement is
I
gonna be 0 at that point.
I think at this point they would have already caught up with it.
Yeah, I think
They
so.
weren't.
Swimming
They weren't
speed
that
is-
far away.
I don't know how far off he can get. I just want to get to Bosco at this point. I just want to find what's left of him. If we
Okay.
can get that there.
Alright, the pilots can both roll, let's see.
We can move 60, right? Then, in theory.
Yeah, no, I'm just... Zira and Angie as pilot, or no, Zira and Akia as pilots. So you guys can roll a, let's say... an Arcana check or a Tinker's Tools check to operate this thing. If you together get above a 20, you guys arrive while Bosco is still one creature. Otherwise, I'm afraid Bosco will be shredded.
I don't have Tinker's tools.
Then Arcana check
I
for you.
do have Tinker's tools.
So I rolled horrible.
What'd you get?
9.
9. So you need to get an 11 or higher total.
Okay, that's.
All right, you have disadvantage. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
but
exhausted.
also I have a +10.
That helps.
So I rolled.
Yes.
The lowest was a 19.
Right. So as you guys approach towards it, you see, George, you see this lump of meat with just blood all around being torn apart by these two piranha-like demons. As you guys approach with the lights on, they kind of begin to scatter away, just the two of them. Seeing just like the lifeless, partially devoured corpse of Bosco float in the tunnel.
Definitely dead, right?
Yes, he's dead.
Bosco.
George lose you.
I go up to this fucking station.
No, he's just if George pushes you away from the spotting thing.
No!
You should not look.
I should see
You should
my
not see
boy!
this. You should
My
not.
boy!
Your boy's not in a good state right now.
There's 2 spotter stations.
Do you
I'm
have to?
I have to know, man. I have to see.
Let him look. Let him look.
No! My boy, what have I done?
We're gonna have to grab him. We're gonna have to take him with us.
Bosco.
Look, we'll get this. We'll get this right. We have to go to land first, and we have to survive as well.
Yes,
How much is left? Can we even take him?
we can and we shall. We can and we shall!
We can regenerate anything that is alive. So
Anything that's alive? This thing is not alive
we
anymore.
revive him and then regenerate him. I could bring him back, but that is.
I'm pretty sure reviving would give him body parts back too, right?
I'm not sure if all revivify spells do that.
We'll find out.
I think there's. I
It's-
don't know about that.
Bosco is worth a resurrection.
If I revivify Shira, her arm does not grow back. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So for the same reason, Bosco, if he is a mangled corpse,
Mm-hmm.
his wounds will be healed, but he will be a mangled warm bear. I don't know what he will become. But I've regenerated. That's a 7th level spell.
It's worth it. It's Bosco.
But we're also down here.
It's Bosco.
The best option I have for us is to possibly teleport back and then go here. But that is such a risk.
That is it's one problem at a time.
I
One
know.
problem at a time. We need to
All
get
I
my
can-
boy out of
All
here.
I can tell you now is we can revivify him, but the regenerating thing, I'm not sure if I have components to do that. I'll be very honest with you. That's why I'm saying we have to get some.
Get him out first. Get him out first. We'll see then. We'll see then. Grab him.
At
Grab
least,
him.
All right. At least we can give him a burial. I tried to carefully grab it.
Sure. The claw kind of just grabs the corpse. Don't move it too fast, otherwise it's gonna go.
I move back to the pilot seat.
Okay.
Okay.
No. I am not okay.
I understand.
How many levels are currently in the apparatus still?
At the moment,
There's no
4.
components. There you
4. Okay, because that's just the stuff you used to put in, right?
go.
I
I can
put in
cast
3
it.
more and we still had 1.
It's like 40
Don't let it
minutes.
forget.
Okay. So
We'll see.
It's gonna
If
take
it's-
time.
Never mind.
the apparatus continues to move further, deeper into the underground space that is this sinkhole. And eventually there's a split in the tunnel. That one that almost seems to go straight down. Another one that seems to go almost like not one that goes straight down. The other one goes like flat across the path. Which ones of those do you guys want to
go
take?
straight down? You gotta get down.
Yeah, we gotta get down.
Also,
We'll take the path down.
Okay, you guys begin to descend more and more. The apparatus can't actually tilt, so it's just kind of like sinking straight down.
If,
I will
if we're
say-
in like like a slanted hallway, we would just like.
Georgie just sort of worries. Sees all the blood around him. Definitely attracting things, maybe.
At one point,
Well,
You
yeah,
get-
that makes sense.
you guys kind of emerge out into what seems to be a larger, wide open floor, as if you're on the bed of I don't know,
Lake.
of a lake or an ocean. You can just, it's all still rock and cavey around you. You continue straight, considering there's no the open space around you doesn't give straight any clear directions. But at one point, George, you begin to spot that above you, the cave work the cave rock begins to turn into more the underside of brick structures. As you're seeing foundation, these massive stone slabs that are in places still being held up by the cave structure underneath. In other places, you see that worked stone has collapsed into this lake-like space. And at one point, you spot an area where the light of the apparatus kind of goes up to the surface and breaks further through, allowing you to see that you found a surface somewhere.
We've arrived somewhere.
Let's
I
get
don't
out and
know
take a
where.
look.
Is there any ground, or is just water still everywhere around?
All around you is water. You see that there's you find a surface rather than seeing the stone from underneath. You see it's like a reflection, like when you're looking up at the surface of like an ocean when you're underwater. The water continues elsewhere. It may be flowing in different directions still, but you are currently, if you go up, you'll emerge into either a cavernous space or the second layer. You're not sure, but you'll emerge into above the water at least.
Let's take a look. I'll take a look outside. Let's go up.
Let's grab Bosco for a second.
I mean, I have him in.
I mean, you
my
have
claw.
Bosco in the claw.
Yes, but we can pull him up to the crab and see if we can do anything now. He is a liability in his current state.
I'll make sure that we can see him, but I'm gonna go. If we can go up, I'll take a look around as well. I'll pull. I make it so the arm is.
Yeah,
like,
let's
Sure.
just go
To
up. Give me a
the
moment
top.
to think, alright?
Well,
I guess we go up and then out of the thing, because we're out of the water.
how many more diamonds do we have?
Yeah, I'll take a
But
look
before,
outside.
let me think a bit about this.
What are you guys thinking about?
What kind of...
What's his state? What's Bosco's state currently?
Yeah, because we're
How
currently like...
bad is
We
it?
go, let's think of one at a time. We go up from the water, what
Yeah.
do we then see? Like, what are
What
we
you
in?
emerge out into?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we emerge out into.
Vast nothingness, and we see water.
As the apparatus breaks the surface of the water, you emerge into a dark, forgotten expanse. The second layer of the once great dwarven kingdom of Amunda lies silent and still before you. An oppressive weight of over a millennium of abandonment presses down on the air. The water drips echo faintly in the cold, stagnant space, but no other sound dares to intrude aside from the apparatus. The thick darkness swallows your surroundings, the glow from the apparatus itself casting only fleeting glimpses of the crumbled stone, rusted metal, and dust-covered bones. Every shadow feels alive, yet nothing stirs. It is as if time itself has died here, leaving you alone in a tomb of dwarven history.
I don't know if it's anything to do with the
So
bear,
you're
but
out in
it
like an
smells
open
dank
street.
in
What
here.
what is directly above you is a partially collapsed building.
Alright. I get out of the apparatus and go to
The
my
hatch
boy.
opens up. You can stand on top of the apparatus, and before you is he's ripped to shreds. Like, you have to imagine those creatures were large size or medium size, and they were largely heads, so the heads were about yay big. He still holds the form of a bear, but he has been 60-70% devoured. You can see pieces of bone. You can see the inner organs, muscle, fur. It's all just a clump of red.
Right. Put him down on the ground somewhere, please.
Let me see what I can do.
You
Is there
can-
ground
You
nearby
can
that
move
we
it to the edge of where was once this building has an entrance, and that wall kind of still stands in the distance.
can
That's
put
where
him
the edge of this lake is, and the rest of this is this building above you.
Can I put him on top of the wall? Or like...
Well, there's like a beach there.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean.
where this sinkhole has started. You kind of put it on top of that edge and
try
allows you all to disembark if you want to.
Carefully put him there.
I go up to Bosco, pat him a bit on whatever parts,
Mhm.
blood probably everywhere.
Probably not
My
much
boy.
fur left.
What kind of horrors have I gotten you into? This isn't the Arctic anymore, buddy.
The Arctic's pretty bad.
I do feel this is a bit worse.
It does
It
feel
is.
that way, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean,
I don't.
I don't want to say too much, but at least he's not in pain.
Not currently, no.
Like not.
He's
If
in a
we-
better. He's
Bringing
in a
him
better
to life
place.
in his current state, I cannot guarantee you that he's not going to be in pain right now. But we could attempt it.
And then what? We turn the corner and some five-headed beast mauls back at him. And Shira. No.
Yeah, no, there
This-
might be a Hydra in here or something.
Who knows? Those things were already
I mean,
too much for
I
us.
know you were Bosco the Fourth, but I really got attached to you, buddy. I'm so sorry this happened. But
Do you want to hold a ceremony for him?
yeah, we can see some. You can
don't
say
think
some
that's
things
fair
about
right
Bosco, about the things you've shared. Think about the good memories, and not this.
from under my armor, I grab a little bit of a holy symbol,
Mhm.
the Snow Mother. May you walk with her, buddy. I know you weren't a mammoth or a loxodon, but you were crucial to some of my labors. You were crucial to most stuff the last few years. I'm really going to miss you. And I'm sorry it had to end this way. I'm sorry, Bosco. I'm sorry. I
No, pet
pet him.
here, come with Peck as well.
Can I?
Yeah, you may. You may.
Just sit down.
What are you going to do?
Oh my god.
Oh God.
I will do a prayer.
Sure.
And it will probably not be answered.
But maybe. No.
But I did what I could.
You was a good bear.
Bosco was the best.
He was the best bear I've ever known.
He
Also
told
the
me
only bear I've
That
ever
you
known.
don't have to say that detail.
Bosco
That is not necessary.
was so good. He told me to go fishing with you. And he was so right.
He did, didn't he? Yes.
he did.
For the purposes of revival, if you want to think, revivify would not be sufficient. Raise dead would close all mortal wounds, but doesn't restore any missing body parts. If the creature is lacking any parts of its organs internal for its survival, its head, for instance, the spell automatically fails. It would still succeed for that, but he would be you would want to cast regenerate right after. Otherwise, it's kind of sad to leave him in the state he would be revived into.
I figured.
But he's still in a raised deadable state. Or you can reincarnate him. Maybe he becomes a warhorse.
That's
I could reincarnate.
We don't do it.
No.
Come on.
You become an eagle or something.
That'd be
You
pretty
become
cool.
anything.
I don't think there's much I
A
can do. right
gnome.
now. I could, but you don't want it, so I'm not going to.
I feel like he has done a very good job. He's been a very good boy.
He was the best boy.
He's the
Oh.
best.
He's probably fishing with Snow Mother right now.
Let's hope the Snow Mother accepts him. Yes.
Probably
He
you.
probably will.
I probably not. That's just not how it works.
Not sure.
No,
Not sure if
Bosco,
Bosco will be fishing right now.
Bosco is.
That's a good point, actually.
And if you know with the Snow
Traumatized.
Mother, he is fishing with our future ghosts. Because in the ghost world, time doesn't exist and we're there with him.
Doesn't
I
make
will
much
give him
sense.
my
Shush.
prayer
Mhm.
that his Inu will get guided to the next life successfully. And with that, I leave Bosco there.
Okay.
You want to leave him here?
But we can make a grave for him.
Yeah, we can do something for him. What do you do? What do you do with your dead?
I know this is going to sound absolutely horrible to some people, but his body still has use for the vile creatures that live here, but that is sadly part of the religion. So, no, I will not be burning, burying anything.
I have a question. Am I allowed to take one of his teeth? Or all of them?
Yes.
Just take his whole head at this point.
Yes, can I take his head?
Can we adorn him on the wall?
Jesus Christ.
If you want to use his teeth
I
for
will.
something,
I
I'm
know
fine
exactly
with that.
what.
But his head is it feels a bit too much. I
That's
don't want
fair.
his head parading around.
That's fair.
If you just teeth, yes, fine.
Yes.
I'm not gonna look though.
Understandable.
I mean, it's an odd practice, but I guess, yeah.
I mean,
It-
if there's-
it is what I do.
It's your
It's
religion.
it's an Arctic thing. You
It
know,
makes-
use everything
It
from
makes sense.
use everything you can.
Don't
Yeah.
waste your hunt.
Don't waste the hunt.
You're
Yeah,
not.
that makes
actu-
sense.
You did. Okay, but you're gonna let him lie here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I've seen people do worse, so I don't think that's that bad.
Nou, hij boscoot die.
Also, as he stumps
You
on the
grab
ground,
pliers and you begin
not
to.
really easy to bury anything.
They're also pretty much attached, considering he's not been dead for that long.
Yeah,
So it requires a bit of effort to pull the teeth.
I can do that.
Yeah, thank you. Look for the little Bosco card.
How long does it take to tame, to befriend a bear of that size?
To tame, befriend, a couple of years. And that takes quite a while. And
You sure we're not?
But we... Akia?
Have you ever ridden a horse?
I don't think I have. No.
You sure you don't want to revive the bear?
I am
You're
sure.
absolutely sure.
I am absolutely sure. I do not want to revive Bosco right now.
It's not a matter of right now, it's a matter of would you ever want him to return. This is your one and only choice. If we let him lay here, that will never happen.
Those are the consequences.
Very well.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can put them in the portable hole.
We've done that before.
We've done that to party members.
And
Done
then
that
we-
to people.
And we're not gonna forget to gentle repose them.
And they will not forget that.
I mean, yeah, we've done that to Bree as well, so he's also a party member. So
He's made his choice.
yeah,
I've
that's
made
fair.
my choice. It's a hard one, but
And
it
we're
is the choice
real
I've
good
made.
at fishing. So we'll get all the fish we need for the next one.
yes, yes. Alright, we gotta go forward. We gotta get some pearl for fucking Elkian. Let's go.
Money.
Fuck
I'm-
money.
I mean, we don't. Yeah, no.
Well,
And we
We're more here for like George and.
we're here to relight the forge, and
That
I was
is-
hoping your labor was also attached to somewhere here. I'm not sure actually.
So what
Never
were
asked.
those creatures? by
my
the way?
labor probably is not revolved around here. Unless there's some evil here.
I mean, what were those
There is
creatures?
evil here. There were
There-
demons, the ones that we fought.
That is actually pretty strange. I
Yeah.
don't see any reason for demons to be here.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I'll be very honest with you.
It makes a lot of sense. No,
I'm not at all
can-
surprised. Everywhere we go,
Yeah.
where bad things happen and
We
things
found
kill us,
demons around every corner. That's true.
especially the dangerous ones.
Like, as we're on
Not
the
dangerous
Arctic.
demons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Usually.
demons that are easier to deal with, if that's what you mean.
No, it really wasn't.
No, they're all aggressive. As
No.
far as I've never met a demon that hasn't been.
No, like devils you can barter with.
You could talk with them. They make you unreasonably angry, but you can talk with them. But
Demons, I've not found one that doesn't immediately become hostile.
they're all absolute assholes.
Well, George, find the forge. We gotta move on.
Do you need to take a moment otherwise?
I'll have the moments. No worries. I just gotta get my mind off some. I gotta
Yeah,
get my
that's
mind
fair.
off it right now.
We'll probably find you something to beat on.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah. Violence. That's what I need right now.
We build up psychologists.
Do you guys leave the apparatus in the water, or do you put it on land? Do you put it in stasis mode, or leave it as
Put
is?
it on land into stasis.
Okay.
I assume that's the smartest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we could take it with us, I guess. But
Nope.
That will cost a lot of spell slots.
Yeah,
that's true. I forgot about that.
I mean, you can leave it here. In stasis mode, it's pretty well protected. It's like kind of inside this partially collapsed building, so it's somewhat hidden. So maybe you can come back for it. There's no other adventurers down here, as far as you know.
No idea why we would want to come back for it, but who knows?
But if you want to come back for it, then you could.
This thing is a death trap.
I mean,
But it's a
we
submarine.
were pretty
It's-
decently safe.
All things considered, it was a really fucking creative first section. That
It
was
was
really,
really cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Really liked it actually.
Well, you can always do it again.
No.
You can hunt those other two demons down if you want to.
I
No.
mean, we could do a section like this again, only not with Bosco on the outside.
Got good news for you then.
But you guys kind of had this moment on the inside of this partially collapsed building. Most of the wall is missing, and that has all collapsed inward. But you step out where you would step out into a large, open, wide road.
No.
It is just covered here as well. Just it's not as much as on the first layer, but there are corpses strewn about in many places.
It was
Compared to on the first layer where all the bones are largely scattered and it's hard to make out any single skeleton, no one has been here in over 1100 years. So it's just this still image of what was once a scene of slaughter. There's dozens of dwarf corpses around you, but all skeletons, all in pristine condition, still wearing what they would have worn back then, still just like this perfect moment in history that kind of got frozen here.
It's like a time capsule in here.
It was definitely not the bear. It still smells rank. Ugh.
Well, nothing has moved here for a long time.
That makes sense.
Nothing is rotting here per se.
No, but it smells like damp.
It's very
and
musty
moist
and kinda damp.
Musty, yeah.
But there's some good mushrooms here.
I can imagine.
You guys wander.
Can we find? Can I take a look? Can I try and see what the dwarves got killed of?
Sure, make an investigation check or medicine check, one of your choice.
Investigation.
Go for it.
Aggressive bowel.
Unless anybody opposes to it, and you will probably do some dancing light. So there's 120 feet area for light, so you guys can see much of it.
Investigation.
Yes.
That is 16.
16. All the marks that you can find. You guys have found a lot of corpses, and a lot of them have died in different ways. So it's not
Because
too
of
hard
us,
to find
yes.
out. But these people have been slain by relatively mundane deaths. There isn't anything lingering magical or anything. There's no like partially disintegrated people. It's largely stab wounds, slash wounds. Whether these are from like swords or spears or claws or whatever, you cannot tell that anymore.
It's not like big bite marks.
No,
or,
not that either. It's a lot of just being stabbed or slashed or bludgeoned sometimes. But
Okay. I'll keep that.
and also like all the marks you see are from relatively small weapons. There's no like fire giant sized sword marks on anybody like that.
No, I'm more looking
So-
around if there were any like big creatures that
Yeah, no,
killed them. or
none of that.
something. No, okay.
So, because we have nothing to go off of here, is it maybe something George can, in terms of logical city layout, or in terms of maybe?
Well, you need to
past
get to
knowledge?
you need to get to the Hall of Heroes, which is where this Dragon Slayer was. How to get further down to the lower levels, you don't know. Maybe there's another. Maybe the entrance here or the stairs further down are not blocked. You're not sure, but considering both the stairway between the second and first level and the first level and outside were blocked, there's a decent chance it is. There wouldn't be enough memory of this place that could be passed down to you for you to remember. However,
If
it is a city. People had to make their way around here. as I wanted to say, you guys wander for a short while, and eventually you would find
You are here.
you would find thoroughfares with signs directing to distinct neighborhoods or locations. All the streets have names. There would be eventually you would find a map of this layer with places marked out, and indeed a little point of like, this is where you are. It's not this place. Yeah, this place was used at one point. On a map like that, you would find a couple of locations that would be of interest. Two standing out the most. First of all, the Hall of Heroes that you would need to search for, which is if the layer is about a circle, you're about a quarter of the way to where the Hall of Heroes is. In between there is the passageway down to the third layer, which may or may not be blocked. And one thing that does ring a bell for you is at like 9 p.m., like further around, there is a location marked as the Barite Mine, or a mining company that mined that specific type of metal, which you know to be very rare and only be found ever in Hamunda. Those are 3 locations that stand out to you. That aren't just, main marketplace, this neighborhood, that neighborhood, town hall.
So it's the Hall of Heroes, the Barite Mine, and
the way down to the third layer. And there are more general areas. There's an artisans ward. There's a town hall. It has a central market, spaces like those that every city has, that you could go to if you want to explore those.
so good news is there's a map.
That does make stuff more useful, yeah, instead of wandering aimlessly.
It is similar to where you were on the first layer here, but here it's completely... when you were so far in the first layer, you didn't hear any ambient sounds of anybody else, creatures or people crawling around or move anything. The only thing you guys hear are the sounds you guys yourselves produce, which is a little eerie.
There's an actual map, right?
Yeah.
Can Angie try and recreate the map?
Yeah. Given like 10 minutes, she could make a map that is serviceable.
Okay.
She won't have every little side street and alley, but she'll have the main locations and the main roads.
And you will make a
map.
copy of the map.
So add that to either your or her inventory, just so that you know that you have it.
Yeah. Can you add it, maybe? Can I give it to you then? You know the way around here.
This would be the first layer, technically.
This is the second layer.
I will give it to George.
Sure.
Thank you. Alright, points of interest. Of course, the Hall of Heroes, which conveniently
Basically.
have on the map. There's also the mines. This, however, is a selfish interest.
Let's make it secondary then.
Want to go there, but if the Hall of Heroes is a similar experience to what happened in the first layer, maybe I have to
Skip out on it.
face reality, and that's not going to happen then. And then we have a layer down, which is the way we'll have to go
To reach the forge.
to reach the forge.
Well, at least we have a plan.
Do we?
Kind of. Hall of Heroes, mine, way down.
Well, that is a path, not a plan. A plan.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Any plan is a good plan.
Any plan is better than no plan.
Exactly.
You mean, see? And then we have a plan on where we want to go.
Sure.
Alright, let's do the Hall of Heroes here first.
It's also probably one of the bigger buildings.
True.
Well, looking at the map,
Mm-hmm.
how far is the Hall of Heroes, and what is sort of the route we are taking?
Uh,
if that makes sense.
Assuming that the second layer is as big as the first, the Hall of Heroes is located on the edge of the map. Similar to the mine, similar to the staircase, actually. Everything except for like the town hall, marketplaces, all those like more central areas, everything is along the edge of the layer.
But how bad is it in terms of edge? Is it like one edge here, one is
Well, the bright mine is on the opposite side of the layer, which going off of you get through the first layer. You guys traveled at a slow pace, which made it so that it would take 2 days to get to the other side of the layer, which is 2 travel days, which is about 8 hours if you're moving at a normal pace. Getting to the way down from here would probably take about 4 to 5 hours. Getting to the Hall of Heroes is about a day's walk, so 7 to 8. And you largely would walk around the outer edge of the layer. The layer is kind of like made up of all these like pie areas with a central area in the middle, and there's like these large tunnels which you fought the centipedes in that connect them on the outer edges. So you would travel through about 1.5 neighborhoods to get to the staircase, and then another 1.5 or 2-ish to get to the Hall of Heroes.
The staircase compared to the hall would be.
What did it say? 4 to 5 hours, I think.
Right, so we would technically
At a normal
pass the
pace.
stairs.
You would,
see
yeah.
if
If
we
you
were
if you
to
take
go
the
to
outer,
mine.
yeah.
So yeah, mine is a second. It's not important technically. It hurts me to say that, but I suppose I don't want to die here. Neither do you guys.
I mean, we can check it
I
out
would
on the
prefer
way.
not to die here.
We'll see if we can check it out.
Also, we don't know if there's anything still left alive here. Probably, since there were things in the water. But
There's probably gonna be demons. Wouldn't there be?
Because
They
of
can
course
show up
there are
anywhere.
demons.
They can show up anywhere, yeah.
It's always demons, isn't it?
There's been a demon in my visions. It's been demons all around here. It's gonna be demons. It's always demons. It's gonna
Demons
be a
all
portal.
the way down.
We're gonna find a portal or something of that sort. We're gonna have to be prepared for that.
And then we have to close the portal.
it's probably down another layer, if I had to guess.
I don't know what they did to the forge, but
For those with astute observation skills, from the distance you have walked so far, as I said, most of the corpses and everything you find is left largely undisturbed, which means that any creature that would have interest in valuables is not here, or at least hasn't gotten to this part of the layer yet after 1,000 years. You don't see a whole of destruction of those corpses. If there were large creatures walking around, they would have many of them would have been moved or crushed. You don't see any signs of that either. The sense you get from this layer more is that it's, if not completely, very empty at least, compared to the first layer. There may be demons, you're not sure, but if nothing indicates any sorts of presence.
well, that's mainly why I would think it's in that nature.
It could be.
How thick is like the layer of dust?
I mean, dust, not that much. Nothing, not a whole lot of dust settles, but there is like, I mean, it's not like there's this thick layer, but there's dust everywhere, of course.
Yeah, okay. But not like there's been any movement recently.
Not that you can see, no.
Yeah, okay.
I guess we make our way to the Hall of Heroes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see on our way.
You guys did travel for a couple of hours already today, which means you'll have to long rest before you get there. If you're traveling at a regular pace, are you traveling at a regular, slow, or fast pace, which
I
is
think
also
regular
possible?
is fine.
Regular,
Yeah.
Yeah, regular pace. Keep an eye out.
Okay. Make 2 of you make perception checks, please.
Your first.
No, it's not. There you go.
What'd you get?
31.
31.
17.
17. Very quiet around this place. You don't hear any movement aside from your group. You're keeping an eye out in case anything appears. You travel for a couple of hours, which when you get to the point that you guys would probably want to take a long rest, is also when you would arrive at the tunnel down to this 3rd layer. When you get there, perhaps you would have had hopes that it was open. It is similar to the stair to the first and to the outside. It is largely collapsed. Here you also see that much of the stone is fused together, almost like it's been worked over with a stone-shaped kind of spell. It's in parts. Larger boulders are connected to larger boulders, but it isn't just like a all melted together, but large pieces seem to be magically connected to each other to seal it off even further.
I'm afraid we're gonna probably have to go to the mines.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
That is the only place that probably goes down further.
Unsurprisingly, honestly.
Hey,
Or would have the tools to clear
you
this.
get your mines.
I get my mines.
Yeah.
I get my mines. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see when we get.
Take a rest, shall we?
Yes.
Sure.
You guys set up
Go
camp in
into
a house
building.
again, or
Yeah, let's go inside the
Yeah,
building
we'll
just in
take
case.
advice.
Keep the advice.
you get to a house here. The door is locked. Most of the doors here are either closed or locked. You will eventually find some that are open as well.
Right.
I can also.
But either people hid in their houses and locked themselves in, or there has been nobody in the past 1,000 years to come here to open up the doors and search around.
Just find a open door.
I mean, I can also just.
Yeah, you can lockpick it, but then it also has a chance of breaking the lockpick.
Yeah, but these are regular doors. Those are so easy to lockpick.
If you really just want to throw some dice, go ahead, man.
Honestly,
want to throw some dice.
Go
yeah,
lockpick a door.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go see about the dog real quick.
Guidance.
Oh, thank you.
Non-guidance.
Emotional support.
Thank you. Oh yeah, emotional support. That's another.
It's another D4. At my state, my emotional support is probably a minus D4.
I give you emotional support while I'm doing this.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, it's still 17, so
I'm pretty sure that is going to open the door.
yeah.
It's a magical walk. Which is it was a wizard's house. There's one specific house we took.
Yeah, glyph of warding. You will take 50 fire damage.
Okay. We'll take one.
What'd you get?
17.
That unlocks a regular door.
Plus
Yeah.
five,
Yeah, see? Then ook
Resistant.
serieus. I just really want to throw dice.
Sure.
Two.
You open up
fucking
a
dice.
door. You enter into a building that is 2 layers. At least that's accessible from where you are. The front door allows you to enter into a living room / kitchen area with a single parted off room. And there's a staircase that goes upstairs. Upstairs there are 2 bedrooms.
Regular bed.
And one of those bedrooms allows access to a what's it called? A roof terrace that looks out over the street in front of you.
Balcony.
The little room downstairs seems to be a bathroom that is closed, but nothing's in there, or no people or anything like that. The one bedroom that doesn't lead out to the front, which also doesn't have a window, is the one that's kind of built up against other buildings that are behind it. There are 2 corpses on the bed, one of which has like hands clutched like this with a dwarven dagger, kind of like pointed in towards its chest area, into the rib cage.
And the other?
Doesn't have any signs of being stabbed, but if it was stabbed in the same way that the other one was, which would have been through the abdomen up into where the heart is, you wouldn't see that either after all the decay.
Alright.
That room kind of stinks a little bit.
I'm just gonna stay at the very where we get into
Sure.
the house. Not. I don't want to. I want to let sleeping dogs lie.
This place feels wrong.
It does.
Looks like home. Doesn't feel like home.
We shouldn't disturb anyone's
Maybe we
final resting place.
Maybe we could find a house that was open and nobody's in there. At least we can use the beds then.
I'm not comfortable with using the beds now. I feel like I'm intruding on their final resting.
I wouldn't use their beds.
I'm not gonna use the other
Wouldn't
bed.
you?
I mean, they're still in it. I'll use the bed that are no corpses in.
I'll just use my bedroll on the floor, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the
Is
bottom
there a
floor.
couch?
There is a couch.
Yeah,
I'll
stick
take
with
the bed in the room that's not
Sure.
doesn't have
I'll
corpses.
just lay on the floor.
Set up your
He
tent.
just lies between the corpse.
I'll just
Right
lay
at
on the floor.
You guys kind of set up your camp. I'm assuming you guys keep watch.
Yeah.
Who's keeping watch?
I'll keep watch.
Well, I'll keep watch, right?
I shall also
Sure.
keep watch.
Who's keeping first watch?
I'll keep first watch.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
We didn't roll for dreams.
Okay, we'll do that after.
Like, no, the last time we didn't roll for dreams.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we did, yeah, right.
We did.
right
Just
we
no
did.
one got one.
What'd you get?
It's fine.
13.
You don't need
Okay.
dreams.
You keep out an eye in case something would arrive,
I'm happy.
but perhaps perhaps you're more anxious about when you were on the first layer, but that carries over to the second layer a little bit. But there's just silence. The only thing you hear is the snoring and breathing of your party members. But
I'll go into
No
an
creatures.
easy sleep after my watch finishes.
who's taking second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
George will go out on the balcony. Just sit there.
Yeah, I think I probably wake up a couple of times just because I'm.
Probably.
Because
If you're uneasy.
Yeah.
28.
28. You don't hear or see anything during your watch, but you have this like weird feeling as if you're being watched by something, but you can't place it exactly. Who's taking third watch?
Me. That's a 9.
9.
I'm not that perceptive.
As you're taking your watch, you get that same feeling as George. Maybe you would have related, maybe not, but it is quiet. You hear nothing, but you have that feeling that something's looking at you from somewhere. I would like for everybody to roll a d20 and tell me what they got. Akia, what'd you get? Angie doesn't have to roll, by the way. 12? George?
18.
18. Sierra?
18.
18.
4.
4. Okay. Let's start with Zira. And then after this little bit, we're going to end the session. So start filling in your end of session sheets if you're not Zira or George.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna lose any.
No, you're fine. Zira. You wake up in a comfortable bed, but none of the architecture or furnishing around you is dwarven in any way. But it is familiar. Most of it is all these geometric kind of shapes.
That is familiar.
You wake up in a Marcelian bedroom. It's not that's not that familiar bedroom you've seen before, but a different one. But you look down at yourself and you're you. You're short,
I am.
sadly.
I am. I'm my kobold self or different?
You're your kobold self.
Oh my god. Finally.
There is a window in this room and a door.
Look out.
That go out. When you look out the window, you see a courtyard. What seems to be the inner courtyard of some sort of palace.
Mm-hmm.
A clear, bright, beautiful, almost spring or summer day outside. Pleasant weather. When you put your hands up against the glass on the other side feels warm. Seemingly pleasant space, but all of the bushes and the trees are very nicely kept. All the decoration that you see in the form of like pillars or little fountains or benches is all that same Marcelian geometric style.
Mm-hmm.
This window does not open. It is a kind of like stained glass, or not stained glass, but it's like all those like
It's a window
little
that
pieces.
doesn't have a function to open.
Hmm?
It's a window that doesn't have a function.
It doesn't have the function to open. It isn't stained glass. It isn't like colored glass, but it does have that like lead in between.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I shall leave this room, I guess. Is there something else of note in this room before I leave?
It seems to be it is very nicely kept.
Mm-hmm.
But it also very much appears like it hasn't been lived in forever.
Okay, I am just wearing my normal clothes.
You have your normal clothes. You don't have your equipment. So you don't have your acid blaster, you don't have your bag, you don't have your bag of holding, all that kind of stuff.
I just woke up in my dinosaur pajamas.
If that's what you sleep in, let's say
That's
sure.
what I sleep in.
Sure.
Okay. I shall leave the room, I guess.
Okay.
'Cause
You step out into a long hallway that goes left and right either way, which is a familiar hallway, although the location specifically isn't known to you. You can make your way from here probably as far as you know to the courtyard and to the attached buildings to that, which includes some sort of like cathedral church-like building, a larger hall, or you can wiggle your way around this hallway and go somewhere you've been before.
I want to go somewhere I haven't been before.
Where do you want to go?
That's a good question. Because The courtyard. Don't think I've been there. I've seen it, but I've never been there. And cathedral sounds. Just kind of want to go that way, I guess.
Okay. You make your way out towards the courtyard. As I said, a nice open space. The sun kind of shining down on you. You kind of wander your way through. You see a large mansion, like almost like a villa, that's kind of set up here. You have that larger hall that seems largely connected to the villa, and then you have that church-like building. As you kind of walk around, it does have a clear center, in which there's a large open fountain. When you walk there, you notice something suspicious, odd. You walk there, and as you kind of like look up, there's this shimmering field that kind of floats about 30 feet off of the ground, and it's kind of like it seems to shimmer with some sort of like magic. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything. It's like this portal that's kind of floating up there. When you look through it, you see this relatively dark tunnel and brown yellowish stonework above it, almost like sandstone. That there's like a dark tunnel and then some light there that seems to be flickering like torchlight.
And it's above?
It's above the fountain, about 30 feet above the fountain.
That's odd.
And then you have the church, you have the hall, and you have the mansion, in which somewhere there is that library and that bedroom that you've been to before.
Yeah. I'll go to the mansion.
Okay.
I have not seen anybody.
No, it seems to be largely abandoned.
Yeah.
But everything seems to function still. As I said, the grass and the bushes are kept nicely.
Yeah.
The fountain is still flowing. That isn't obstructed in any way.
Yeah, but you know, those things are kept nicely. Who's keeping them nicely? Let's go inside the mansion.
Okay. Where do you go in the mansion? What do you look for?
I kind of want to look for any sign of someone having been here.
Sure. Do you call out to anyone, or are you searching for
will
used
call out.
goods? Or okay, what do you call out?
I will just yell, "Hello, anyone here?" In my very trusty language that I know they speak Marcelian.
Marcelian? You don't hear immediately anything. But you've at least made yourself known if anybody's here.
That is true. I know myself. I will go to the library. Now I'm me. Now I'm actually me. Now I'll go there.
You go to the library, and this is a place that does show that it's been in use. There are books stacked on the table, some that are open, some that have notes in them. There are a few empty cups strewn about, but you also see different books seem to be on a different table, kind of like float up, begin to stack up on itself before the whole pile begins to move and moves over to a nearby bookshelf, at which point they disperse and they insert themselves into open slots. As you kind of enter, like there's movement and life in this space.
Books are moving.
They seem to be cleaning themselves up at the moment.
Can I grab a book from a shelf? Just any book.
Sure, you grab one. There's almost like a magnetic pull at first that you notice before the book lets go rather easily and allows to be read itself.
Okay. I'll just look into the book real quick to see what it's about.
What kind of book would you grab for? Big, small, wide, ornate, non-ornate?
I don't know. If I would have grabbed the first book I would have seen, I would probably grabbed a book that looked pretty cover. Pretty sideways. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I have to grab it.
You take out a little booklet. In it, you find it is a purple book with gold and silver designs strewn about it. It reads in Mercedian, the depths of enchantment. And as you begin to flick through, it is some detailed manners of casting. This is more for a wizard of casting difficult enchantment spells.
Okay.
As you grab it and you kind of begin to flip through, you do hear a distant voice going, "An interesting read. Perhaps a little above your level." As you see a very well dressed, purple skinned individual with like these geometric markings all across the body, long white hair, kind of stand on like a foyer, a second level that goes around of this library. He kind of looks down at you. He himself holds a book open that he seems to have been reading in as he sees you he's about like 60 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder when you were going to show up. He kind of looks at grabs a small a small booklet and opens it to the side. A few millennia later than I expected. He kind of closes it again, puts it away.
I was a mouse the first time.
Kind of, it goes over to where there's a spiral staircase, but rather than following it down, it kind of begins to step over the railing and continues floating, almost levitating before he steps down towards your level. I don't remember a mouse. I remember something that was behind someone else's eyes.
I was a mouse. I think I was a mouse. And then, was it you that someone picked me up, and then they killed me.
You would have to be a little bit more specific if it comes to mouses, I'm afraid.
Oh, I was
It's
just
interesting,
kicking
though.
mouse.
How do you speak our language?
I am self-taught.
That is impressive. It's been some time since we've had an intellectual mind here. Kind of like sits down at a nearby table, kind of like opens up one of the books, kind of shoves it off of the table, at which point it catches itself and begins to float off. Shit. We can find you something interesting to read. Something actually perhaps useful to you. What would you be most interested in?
I don't know. I like reading everything.
I think I have some books that would be interesting to you and others. But I don't think you would have much time here.
I like
Often, whenever we have a visitor like you, which hasn't been in some time, they don't stick around for too long.
But you knew I was coming.
Yes, I saw that glint in your eye, in the eyes of someone I used to teach. Careful.
Flula.
You know the name. Interesting. You've encountered each other before?
Yeah, she cursed my friend. She was a sort. It was weird. I don't know where she is now.
We have lost contact some time ago. But it's interesting. When is it right now?
Oh, damn.
I don't often keep track of the outside world.
I know that. I am up to date with the year it is.
It is the year 1185.
It's the year 1185.
It has been some time. And she's still around.
Well, she was a ghost, so...
Not that I would not expect that to have happened at this point, but it's surprising to hear that she's still there. Regardless, I want to show you some things here, I think.
Show me.
But not just you. You have friends that need to be here too. You know how to get here already, but you've never gone this far.
I did it. I'm sleeping. I was sleeping.
When you have the time, find your way here again. Through a door, then another, then down a hole.
Okay, 3 doors and a hole.
I'm pretty sure you took something of mine and you killed something of mine. But that's all right. It opened up a doorway to get you back to that courtyard.
I killed many things.
When you figured it out, only then I think you would be astute enough to find yourself back to this place. If you and your friends come here, I have so much to talk with you about. And you'll have access to all of this. Until then, I keep my cards somewhat close to the chest. Time flows differently here. I'll see you whenever you arrive. At which point he points his finger towards you. Till next time. And disintegrates you.
Yeah, sure. Kill me again. This man loves killing me.
At that point you wake up.
That's
Why
what
do I
any
keep
man would love.
getting killed?
That's what any man would love to hear when it says, "You stole something of mine and killed something of mine." Be more specific, man. That's
You know how
not the
little
thing
that
you want to
narrows
hear
it down.
them say. Then
Yeah, but yeah,
that's true. Yeah. You have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I've killed so many things. Anyways, I killed something from. I don't even know his name, but I killed something and I have something.
George. You had watch, the second watch, right?
Yeah.
During your third watch, as sleep takes hold of you, the warmth of your bed begins to fade. And you wake up in a vast, desolate plain. The sky above you, a blanket of deep, unbroken black. Cold, sharp winds cut through the air, but the rocky ground beneath you, beneath your feet, feels dead and brittle, as if untouched by time or life. In the distance, all around you, darkness, except for one side. A faint glow of a dull yellow light flickers. The only break in the endless void around you. You feel it pull you towards it. Despite the cold sense of dread creeping up your spine, somewhere in this large landscape, a presence watches you. What do you want to do?
There's no landmarks.
No landmarks. But you recognize it as being in some sort of dreamscape. Wherever you are is not, doesn't have to be real.
The ground is brittle.
Mm-hmm.
I have my stuff.
You have most of your stuff, yes.
George will just take his hammer and start hammering at the ground.
Right.
Roll recall.
You hit the ground and the rock begins to crack. Where the cracks form, there's like this smoke that begins to rise, this darkness that flows up before then fizzling out. You can start breaking pieces of rock off of it, but the ground can be shattered here, as if you're in some sort of cave.
It can or can't.
It can be broken. You're breaking the ground.
It just keeps hitting the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I guide it?
It doesn't do anything.
28.
28. Hey, you begin to break the ground. The ground begins to spiderweb more and crack as parts of the stone begin to fall, where cracks form these like circles of rock. They begin to fall down. Eventually, you seem to almost break through the ground itself, just as darkness envelops you. There's a little point of light that begins to grow and grow, and eventually overwhelms you. At which point, you wake up.
Sure.
You broke through your dream, broke out of it. With that, you all wake up a few days after. I'll have to check exactly which day it is. I'm pretty sure you and Angie no longer have any levels of exhaustion after today, so that's nice. It's the 31st of the 4th month. With that, thank you guys for coming out to play. We'll pick it up again next week as you guys wake up in this dwarven home and continue on your travel towards the Hall of Heroes. Thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll be back again next week. Until then, goodbye.